here we go. We are semi-live, unalive, something. It's one of those words. So hello and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle, Vancouver by Night, Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using our yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you, as a viewer, ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please step away and pause. Our streams are going to be available on YouTube after the game, so you can skip ahead past the part that you don't like, or you can skip even to the next episode if you want. So whenever you feel ready, you can come back to it. So I would like to thank our sponsors at this point. First up is Mikhail Artoria, who provided these dice boxes. And everybody's got their dice boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, and Mikhail may be in the chat. I'm rocking about 65% at this point, so we're good. We're yeah.
Appreciate you.
So you'll notice that Mordecai once again is not here this evening. We're wishing him a speedy recovery. He's having a bit of health issues, so we're hoping he gets back as soon as he can. He is a valued presence hammer member of the Coterie, and he should come back and talk to people for the Coterie to make sure that, they don't get in too much trouble. But we do have a special guest who, my camera's a little off right now, is over here, right down here, which is Rose. Rose, introduce yourself, and then I'll get to the other sponsor.
For sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Rose. I'm going to be playing a very special NPC tonight who will be later introduced. I'm glad to be here.
At a dramatically appropriate moment. And now, it's time for our other sponsor, which is Martlet Games. And they are a collective of tabletop veterans dedicated to producing quality content for multimedia like here on Twitch, to one-shots, modules, and full-fledged game lines. They're also available for commission work or consultations to help you make your next tabletop project see completion. Investing in the World of Darkness fan community is just one approach Martlet Games is taking towards becoming one with the singularity. I don't know if I want to become one with the singularity. That sounds scary.
Margaret digs it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just join up with the thing that's underneath New York. It's okay.
I welcome our Martlet overlords.
And seek new digital horizons. So, returning the favor over on their Patreon or spreading the word of the flock far and wide ensures your place among the records of history. So now we will introduce the rest of our vampire people, and let's start with Abigail.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and I will be playing Abigail, your techie Tremere.
And Ja.
There we go. Yo, what up? My name is Prince, aka Doubles and Dice, and I will be playing Ja, the Banu Hakim assassin, who is ready for a party tonight.
I mean, parties are fun. Margaret.
Hi, I am Astrid _Astrid on Twitter. She, her, they, them. Margaret is she, her. Not quite on that journey of identity quite yet, but she is indeed from the 60s, and I love her little shop. I love her little band. It's great. It's fine. There's more songs coming. Don't worry about it.
There's also more Zemissy stuff coming.
I mean, that's a given. But,
yeah, okay. It's fair enough. Next up is Jude.
Hey, I'm Sara. I'm playing Jude, the Brawlin' Tremere, and I feel like Adjacent would disagree that parties are fun, but okay.
I mean, half of the party was fun, but the other half of the party just, as a storyteller, if you introduce a level 5 discipline, sometimes shit gets a little fucked up.
What a mess.
Duran.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cliff, and I will be appearing once again as Duran Giovanni, a simple yet unassuming tailor who loves his Eurovision and is now a level 19 in Pokemon Go.
Yeah. Yeah. So Rose reacting that way. I don't know if Rose saw the Eurovision episode a couple episodes ago. But
That was one of my favorite jackets.
Yeah. Duran showed up.
You could land Harriers on those shoulder pads.
Kind of angry due to the fact that everybody was calling him in to interrupt his Eurovision party that he was enjoying. Yeah.
No, I feel that. I completely feel that. It was good this year. It was slamming this year.
And Italy won this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was just...
That would have pissed him right off.
Oh, I had partying lined up. But, of course, these people have another party to go to.
Sometimes you can't get away from kindred politics. So, when last we met our intrepid coterie, they were given yet another assignment to try to find a magical artifact for Cassius, the Tremere regent of the city. The coterie does not react well to Cassius. It's kind of like mixing oil and water and setting the whole fucking thing on fire. So, they came up with a plan. They decided, you know what? Usually we go in guns blazing, flashing swords around, stabbing people. A little less on the plan side, a little more on the make sure everything's dead in the area side. This time, they planned ahead, and they decided to talk to some anarchs and send them in to, kind of scope out the place a little bit first. One of those anarchs is just down here, but we'll introduce her in just a sec. So everyone else, since you sent the anarchs along your merry way, we're going to fast forward about 3 days, give or take, to when the night that you're going to be going back to the strip mall in Richmond to kind of find that anarch gang, coterie thing. So I'm going to get a rouse check from everybody.
Does that also mean humanity remorse rolls?
Yes.
I passed.
Me too.
Jude.
I did not.
Humanity 7 and Hunger 0 remain.
All right. So you feel kind of bad about what happened, but it's fine. You can rationalize it. Shit happens.
Same on the humanity end. I'm good. This is not the first time this has happened.
Yeah, it's
he
not the
sleeps
first.
well at night.
Not the first time Jaws accidentally killed someone a lot
Accident?
on purpose. Yeah.
Killed a murderer? No,
Yeah.
not me.
No, you. What? So for the arousal checks or arouse checks, depending on which way you look at it, Abigail, you
Oh, I
succeeded.
passed.
Judd did not. No. Margaret, you succeeded. 0 hunger still. Fun times.
Yeah,
Jude.
that just pushes me up to 1.
Jude, how'd you do?
I failed, so I'm at 2.
Duran. All right. So I got a bunch of fun things to do. So, Ja, this is what you hear in the back of your head. Hey, are we going to eat anybody tonight? We should probably grab one of them Bruja people. Maybe the gangrel. Ooh, that might taste rustic. It's fine. Let's just grab one of them. It's okay. Let's do that.
Let's slow down on that. We're not quite at that point yet. But the options,
Really?
we keep them open. We keep them open.
No, but they're right there, right? They're clearly not as strong as you are, so let's eat them.
Yeah, but very few things are strong as me. I need a challenge.
Fair. Oh, we could find one of them werewolves to eat.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
You know where they are. There's like 100 of them out there.
Yeah, that seems like a terrible idea, actually. I'm not going to do that.
Oh man, this reminds me of the last adjacent episode where Elena's beast was actually agreeing with her. Like, you know what? Yeah, I'm so proud of you. So Jude, you did not succeed.
Correct. I failed
Okay.
the rouse check.
You hear, hey, you should come on. Let's eat something.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking though about what Jaw said. Do you think I should make more Tremere?
Obviously, and then eat them.
I mean, I don't know if you would say that.
Kindred blood is way more tasty than the human blood. You should just, turn one of them into a kindred, and then when you eat them, it's more power.
I mean, I don't think I've ever tasted it, so I am intrigued.
Right?
Okay.
Duran, you did not succeed.
I did not.
Duran,
Si, Padre.
you
Hello and
need
good evening again.
you need to eat someone. You're disappointing me, practically daily.
Si. What do you mean daily? It's nightly. You have to get it right.
Where I am, it is day. Do I have to explain this to you?
Where you are, then why are we talking right now? You should be sleeping, getting your beauty rest.
Should I?
Yes. See. Okay. I will grab a snack. Though I'm wearing white tonight, so I cannot eat messily, as we are wont.
Always carry a handkerchief.
I have been asking for you to send more Hakata. Send more Hakata?
You'll have to renew that request.
I do so nightly, Padre. But thank you. However, right now I'm on a bit of a diet because people around here, I'm looking for the fit.
Fair enough.
I will snack. It's not a salad bar.
So what is everybody doing outside of Cat? Because we haven't quite met Cat yet. In preparation of heading over to Richmond, are you all meeting at Xenoschism, or are you just going to meet at the strip mall?
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Because I'm thinking we meet at Xenoschism.
Same.
Out of character.
Yeah,
Same.
I agree because it's within walking distance of my place.
That's where Jazz used to riding one of those bikes too. Those ones you pay with the credit card thingy.
I have a convert! Yay!
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's how he gets to know the city. He just rides around on a bike through different streets. It's like, okay, that's where that is. Okay, yep, got it.
That's where everyone market can drive the hippie merchandise van.
Six
Yeah,
of one,
it's a
half
sweet
dozen of
thing.
the other.
So I think before I leave for Xenoschism, I'm going to make my spider concoction once again. So I did pass that rouse check. And Jude's back to her regular attire, kind of ready to be more like on the street and less makeup to get in the way. Most of the furniture in her apartment is put together now.
The IKEA build has gone well.
The IKEA, yeah, I'm like fully decked out in the finest Swedish merchandise. So it's looking more like a place. But the only thing still on the wall is the picture of her and the group of women from Milwaukee. So I make my spider stuff, and then on the way, I probably should try to feed. So we don't necessarily need to like get into that whole thing. Just some other schmuck at a bar on the way.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll it all?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you want to like skip ahead with it, we can just do like the take half the dice pool thing because that's probably
Perfect.
way more than enough for any Chad you run across.
Yeah, Chad. All right. So that's fine. So then I'll bump down to hunger 1. And yeah, as long as I have my little concoction, I got my crossbody bag, my knife. Yeah, ready to rumble.
Heading over to Xenoschism. Abigail, same thing.
Yep. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a bike.
Duran is pretty much in the area anyway. Kind of same-ish nightly.
Same-ish standard, yeah. Check the books and then grab the jacket and actually get in the Fiat and cruise it Succubus Club. And with intent to drop a letter personally, which also allows me to scene queen my way in, find someone who's well-dressed, and have a bite.
For the books, actually, the one shop that wasn't doing like too well, they're started to break out the red in that particular ledger.
Okay, I have plans. They should proceed. We'll get a Toreador's line in there and pop it. That'll bring them in.
So you pull up to the Succubus Club.
Yep.
After not too long. There's a fair bit of a lineup.
Just cut around the lineup to the doorman and just... Evening, I have been here before with the man who says, "Do you remember me? I am always here, but I am not always here."
The line's that way.
See, I just need to drop a letter with the management.
I can take it.
It is a business proposition. If you want to call a manager out here or allow me in to see a manager, I leave you my keys and my wallet. This way you know I'm coming back. And if you got my wallet, I'm not buying a drink.
That's going to require a persuasion check of some kind.
Oh, I can definitely do that.
What's your passive charisma?
Hang on a second while I swap into something I can see in.
I'm assuming you're not manipulating your way in. You're just charismaing your way in.
I'm charismaing my way in.
That'll be either charisma and either etiquette or... Fuck it. Etiquette, performance, or subterfuge. Maybe persuasion. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Pick whichever one you want.
Yeah, persuasion and etiquette. Persuasion and etiquette.
We like options here.
Sorry.
We like options.
Charisma and etiquette.
Just roll a d4. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Survey says
2 successes. So I could have just taken the half as well, which I was figuring. But yeah, I'll take 2.
He's like, I don't know if I really should.
Wallet, keys are out. They're tucked in his pocket. There.
All right.
You have my stuff. I will have to come back for this.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so slide on in, up to the bar. Could you point me to a manager, please? I have a...
Funny you should say up to the bar, because for those of you who know who this is Maxine. She has kind of feathery, shortcut black hair that's kind of graying a little bit. She is kind of thin-ish, and she does not appreciate the suit that she's been forced to wear at this particular job. I can take it. I'm sort of a manager. I don't know. The assistant manager is usually the one on call. It does all the stuff.
Do you know the owner? Because that is who this has to get to, eventually.
I don't think anybody really knows the owner. He was here a couple of nights ago.
Well, if you get it to the manager, can you let the manager know it's to go to the owner? The owner, the manager, it's. I would like to rent your fantabulous building.
Sure. Yeah. We've had
proposal.
We had people renting it out actually a couple nights ago. It was like a fancy party or something. Cassandra, if you know her, she was there.
Cassandra, red hair.
Yeah, that's the one.
A singer.
Yeah. Big tiara.
I know nothing about tiaras. I'm a fedora man. But bien. I I know of. I have yet to have the pleasure of meeting the Bella, and but I know of. See,
She's
so
really nice. Yeah, you should definitely you guys would probably hit it off. I guess I don't know. It's
maybe I'll bring her back for my party.
do your types all hang out together like the K people? If you catch my meaning.
No. But
No.
sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's a big family. And you know, there's always the uncle in the corner who says the politically incorrect things.
Yeah.
And then you've got the aunts over here judging you. And you've got the nephews and nieces at the kiddie table where it's all the fun, but once you're over 16, well, you can't sit there anymore. So you know how it is.
Yeah. It's kind of a brouhaha, if you catch my meaning.
That is, good way. Yes, bien. That's a good way of putting it. I will remember that one. That is very excellent. But yeah, I hope that the party went well. I mean, the place looks like it would be just fantastic. That there were no problems.
Well, it was kind of a little bit of a wave, really. Kind of like it started off kind of ticking up a little bit, and then it took a down turn, and then it like ended off really strong. I don't know.
These things happen. But see, if you could see that this gets to the manager, that would be fantastic. And I would be extremely happy. Thank you.
So you're handing it over to Maxine?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll take...
She's a good bean. Yeah, you kind of figure that she'll get it to the manager.
Excellent. And then I'll kind of go back slowly so that I can find a person in a dark, shadowy corner to have a bite first, and then just kind of do the forget about it routine.
Yeah, that's pretty much the best way of trying to get somebody's attention when you're dominating Forgetful Mind them. Forget about it.
We were talking. What were we talking about? Forget about
it. So you're taking half on the hunting roll?
Again.
Yeah, I'll take half on the hunting roll.
Okay. That's easy enough to do, and then you're going to head up to Xenoschism.
Back out, grab my stuff from the door guy, say, grazie, fantastic. As you see, little conversation with the bar. 20 minutes, in and out.
Yeah, so,
Grazie. Greatly appreciated.
Do you have any money in your wallet?
Yeah, there would have been money in the wallet.
Would have been. Is a little bit different than is now.
I expect that. I'm from Europe. Dealing with shadiness in Europe, I made sure the wallet wasn't packed, but yeah, there was a couple hundred in there.
It's a little lighter.
Actually, when I take it out, I'm going to just kind of like flip the billfold so that I can see if there's any green in there at all. And if did he leave any bills behind?
He left most of the bills behind, but it's a little bit lighter than what you handed it to him as.
Okay, I'm going to pull out the rest of the bills. So there would have been about 300 in there. So I would pull out the other 150, 200 and go, do not disappoint me.
Sure thing. Yeah.
In the future.
Is that the like in the palm?
Just kind of like in the.
Okay.
Right, to pull them forward and go in the future. Do not worry about it. I expect it to come back, not in the way that it goes out.
Sure thing.
Grazie.
And we pause as Cliff basically told somebody, yeah, go ahead, rob me next time. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Of whatever's in the wallet. That's why I left that much in the wallet.
So Duran would be the last person to arrive at Xenoschism. Everybody else, let's go with the circle of influence as to where you happen to be and where you would be close to Xenoschism. So Jude would probably be the first to arrive, followed by Abigail, Ja, and then Duran.
Storyteller, while I'm the first one there, I actually wanted to know, did I get any text back from Harley?
You did, which I totally forgot to write down, but it is essentially along the lines of Tremere Whip runs the Chantry. Yeah, he's a bit of a douche.
Wouldn't be missed. I remember it
Wouldn't
being
be
said.
missed. Yes.
Yes.
This is why I run two of them at the same time, to confuse myself.
Okay. So I will text back to them. We need to talk soon. Skull emoji. That's it.
And I'm gonna let Patrick. That's the one I was looking for. He will deal with that in the next episode of Adjacent.
Indeed, he will.
Which we haven't filmed
yet. I'm sure he will.
So
I'll make a note.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a note. Yeah, I'll just come back and watch the episode
fine.
later, and then I'll make a note.
It's all good.
Another advantage of running two games at the same time that you record is that you can make notes later.
But I'm not gonna make my customary like yell for Margaret wherever she is. I'm just gonna try to be like more chill this time and kind of just be looking through the merchandise.
Yeah, you would have found her kind of like in the central area because it's kind of like just like a really like tight, like over the threshold, like kind of like seating area before you go to like the really nice place. So around there, her and Amber will be sitting around just kind of chit chatting, deciding what their next book is going to be for the Kind Book Club. They've decided on the subject of sacred geometry. They're just trying to figure out, which book. I did do my rolls for flesh crafting, and Margaret's back at Hunger 1, but she did get 3 successes to go back to her face of Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton meets Simone Simmons of Epica. So, has, the not Venture, but like, the Brewhog jacket on, logo. She's familiar with them. She respects them at least and everything like that.
And
has a beautiful Ventrue visage.
Since you failed that rouse check, you hear, that's not quite right, is it?
I think I know what is more right than you, because I exist more in this shell than what you do. I am the artist. I have the understanding. You're just an annoying little thing that just kind of sits there.
Then why don't you get rid of me?
I mean, I did for about half a week, and that was fantastic, by the way. Just wait until you see what I've done.
I can't wait.
Excellent. So just go ahead and find your little corner, and whenever I need you, I'll just drag you out, okay?
And sassing the beast sometimes works. So the next up, I believe, is Abigail to arrive, or Ja.
I'll come in, and I will actually, if I can spot Jude, I will go up to Jude.
Hey.
Good evening. So, we kind of need to talk. There are other Tremere. There are other Tremere, but they are hidden for their own safety. We cannot see them. But they are there. They are in the Chantry. Cassius doesn't have anything against you, anything against Kana. He actually just can't say anything because he will get ripped to shreds if he admits any support for Kana. That doesn't mean that he doesn't support you. This is directly from him because I gave him hell. So this is directly from him. He's trying to keep you safe. He's not saying don't stand up for what you believe in, don't talk about Kana or anything like that. He's just saying you need to be careful because there are those that would want to hurt you. And in fact want to hurt me too, because there are things that I'm doing that I'm not supposed to be doing at all.
Okay. So, what is he protecting us from?
He's protecting you from those who still exist in the Tremere, who still follow the pyramid, even though the pyramid technically doesn't exist anymore. and he's protecting us from those that would seek to destroy us based on those beliefs, the beliefs of Kana for you, and the fact that I practice technomancy, which is very much not a thing that is done. In fact, my sire doesn't know that I'm doing it. So, this is something that he is trying to protect us, but we need to be mindful. He doesn't want us getting hurt. The items that he's having us retrieve, those items are going to help us with research and hopefully get us in a better place. I can't go into more detail than that because I didn't have very long with him. He was still quite agitated with me, and I needed to get down to San Jose. But that's the long and the short of it. I'm not asking you to trust him. I'm just asking you to trust perhaps me, that I am not going to let you get hurt.
I trust you, of course. And I mean, I'm gonna take you at your word here. Like, it's just, it's funny. I left somewhere. They were trying to kill me there. They actively tried to kill me and somehow ended up not by pure fucking stupid luck. And now I'm here, and because of what I did there, the price is still on my head, even though you neutralized some of the shit that was going down. It's just like, I've been thinking a lot the past couple of nights, like, I just have to do some radical acceptance of my situation. Because we're working for Cassius, and if you say he's trying to ultimately look out for me so that I don't turn to ash, I have to accept that right now and to continue to help him get all this shit back together. And I mean, if that means research, that's part of what I care about too. So, and I get it. I know you talk about, like, it's not a tower game with him, but it's like, they don't want you to do technomancy. Like, to me, that kind of all goes back to it. But I understand I can't just, like, freak out all the time. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I really, really want to go see the other Tremere. So the other Tremere are in there with the gargoyle, by the way.
Honestly, the gargoyle was here before we were here. We don't know where it came from, and nobody's actually tried to get rid of it.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better that
Apparently-
it was not made here recently, because I would have a big problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was not our doing. He acts as a sentry, apparently, and protects the chantry, but that's about it. We don't know much else about it. But as far as research goes, give me a little while longer to have Cassius be slightly less angry with me, and I have requested that he at least give you an opportunity to come into the chantry to speak with other Tremere, because I mean, it must be very lonely to not be able to even go into the chantry. I can't imagine how lonely that must be for you. So I have requested it, but I just need you to give me a bit of time, let him calm down a bit, because he's obviously quite irate.
Well, and I'm kind of mad that
we
you
will
just
make
had
it
to
happen.
you just have to sit there and take it. I mean, I understand that you have like a
I didn't
you
take
didn't.
it.
Okay, well, good.
I didn't
then.
so much take. Well, okay. So I did take it, but I took it because I have the understanding that if I want to continue to do what I want to do, then I have to sometimes what they call it, tread the party line or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but yes, I kind of have to go about that. It's that way because honestly, my sire and I do not have a very good relationship, and I am not going to get back on his radar. So I'm trying I'm trying to keep Cassius happy because he's the one who brought me here.
Okay.
So there's that much. At least from my end, I'm giving you my story there. I need to protect myself. I need to protect you. But we just need to understand that Cassius doesn't necessarily enjoy any of the pyramid or the tower or anything either. He just has to keep up appearances so that they don't ash him either.
I hear you. And I mean, I respect you and I respect like what you're trying to do in terms of like protecting us. So like I will not be as honey badger to Cassius, or I will try as long as he doesn't like just insult me to my face, in which I'm gonna have to smack back. But yeah, I mean, I care more about doing right by you than by him. So if you're telling me this, like, I'm gonna just go with what you say. Like, I'm not gonna like go rogue. I will deal with it and then go home and like punch a pillow a bunch of times and smash my spiders and I'll feel better. Maybe. Or John and I can go out and he can teach me how to like just like just like murder people.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, when I get angry, I do things like, hack into the NSA or the Pentagon. It makes me feel a little
That's
bit
cool
better
as hell.
So, I mean, I totally understand that this is the type of thing, like, you need to get your energy out somehow, and sometimes it's just infuriating, and trust me, I understand your position. So, you don't have to do right by me. I just want you to be safe, that's all.
All right, well, I'm glad we kind of got that settled, and I'm just going to hope that we can just get this next thing and just continue moving forward. That's all I'm trying to do is just make it to the next night and the next night until eventually I can just like chill for a second and maybe see what all the TLC reality shows are doing. Cause like, do they have that in Canada? I don't know, but like I'll stream it. They're just like a mess. It's so funny.
I think they have that RuPaul. Yes, I think they have that they do have the Drag Race. But have you watched Critical Role? I caught a little bit of that. Remember what I was telling you about the Dungeons and Dragons? Okay, and so storyteller, we're just gonna.
We'll just
please.
Nerd out for a second.
So, yeah, apparently Matt Mercer is not only canon in the game, he also plays a character in the game. This is confusing. This is getting meta. I don't know. And then Ja would be the next person to come in.
Stops the bell. Do we have to deal with Cassius tonight? Please tell me we don't have to deal with Cassius tonight.
I don't think so.
You won't be here.
Excellent.
You won't be here.
Praise whoever you pray to. How are you tonight? One of my coworkers told me I should try to be more pleasant.
That's bullshit.
I think you should just be yourself. I don't think you
it's
need
a
to
work in progress.
Exactly.
Yeah, we like you how you are.
Exactly. I should talk about my feelings too. This is
well, I would encourage you to do that.
Though if you want me, Amber, or even a student, this little Jude over here to be the cards for you, maybe one-on-one, tarot readers have a sort of doctorate sort of patient-to-patient, client-to-client confidentiality. That is something that I uphold.
Free therapy.
Schism. Oh, it's not exactly free. But I mean,
well,
Amber does have to make a living, she does with the books, to make things a little bit, fuck the man and shit of the like, but she got to bring in the clam somehow.
So defenestration is not a form of therapy because that's typically what I do.
Oh, I beg to differ. Do you know how many
throwing people through windows?
Through a window?
One of my favorite things in the world.
That's
I feel
really
better
cool.
every time.
And Jude is gonna go up to Jaw and just like put her hands on his shoulders. How do you feel tonight?
I feel
What
like
do
you're
you
touching
feel?
me.
And I'll stop and I'll back off. I meant like emotionally.
I don't see how that's relevant to anything.
He's right, Jude. I mean, if he doesn't want to share his feelings,
Fair enough.
because we advocate being as British as you want to be, so to speak, and
Stiff upper
keeping it
lip.
all bottled up. Stiff
I'm
upper lip.
Southern. I already got that covered, sugar.
I'll give you this. I haven't killed Tremere since I've been here. So I think I'm doing well.
If I had a chip for you, I'd give it to you for, the amount of time that you didn't kill a Tremere. So
I feel like,
cool.
you know how when you're human, you stop doing something, like maybe you stop eating meat for a while. I feel like that about Tremere. You guys are growing on me, I think.
I feel very. There's like this warm thing. I'm feeling loved. I think I'm feeling loved.
Aww, this is so good. See, we're all growing and maturing. Like, this is so good, you all. Yeah, like I'm proud of us. I love us. But thanks, Jaw.
And
I think you did a good job.
That's a perfect time to have Duran walk in on the group therapy session.
Duran, help, please.
I just asked him how he was feeling.
Mi bellas e mi bellos. How is everybody tonight at the Sundown Appreciation League and Book Club?
Oh, I'm just groovy. So yourself?
Plans are planning. Things are moving.
Nice suit,
hurry up
Mr.
and wait.
Giovanni.
That
Nice
is-
suit.
Grazie. It's getting warm out, so it is time for the linen. It is now actually straw hat time, but I think around here a straw hat would draw too much attention at certain times. The fedora is quite enough. Though who knows? I got to my straw hats out yesterday and cleaned them all up and everything. I had a nice little bite on the way in. A very well dressed person.
Wow, and you
I
didn't
was
spill
quite
at
impressed.
all.
No, I'm wearing white.
Dang.
If I had spilled, it would have been that would have
That's
been
what
it.
I'm saying. You gotta
You're
be
also
really
a fan
careful.
of the challenge. I appreciate that, Mr. Giovanni. Occasionally, I dress in all white just to see if I can be less messy. It's difficult with the sword. You should try it sometime.
And that is why I do not favor a blade. Though I can see the attraction to being able to, right there, eye to eye, you can watch their expression. It is an intimacy that I do not need in my life. I can stand 20 feet back and empty a clip, and I'm happy.
Yeah, Duran's like pew pew pew. He's the gunslinger.
Eliminating your
Never
enemies
would've
with the
thought.
sword is very satisfying.
I mean, to be fair, I can get looks apart up close from far away. I mean, it just really depends on what I want to do to them.
See, we have most of the fields covered.
All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to go meet with those people that you gave the money to, right?
See,
We're heading back to the strip mall.
back to you remember how to get to the strip mall, because that is not a part of the city I am used to driving in. It is dusty.
It's going to be interesting. And by interesting, probably infuriating to me. So, Mr. Giovanni,
Okay.
I hope you're ready to do the talking.
I'm gonna pretend to be a bruja.
That's
I'm
when
gonna-
Rex pulls on the lapel of
Interesting.
her dragon's lap. Yeah, I already got you. I mean, y'all see me. I can be a little bit strong, maybe not as strong as them, but I can make it work.
I'm going to pretend to be a Toreador. I.
That was a really good impression of them, though. Did you
was
hang
not
out
bad.
with them?
But you have to then say, "Do you know me? I'm here all the time." and flash your
Oh
card.
my goodness.
Please no spamming of that. At least if we will not.
But see, it is
Sorry, Margaret.
in everything else, it is the perception that beats the reality. So looking like the toughs, it is, and money talks.
Yeah, that's
so,
what I'm saying.
So yes, I have money, and there's a few little gifts for them in the trunk because I had promised them things, though not the cat for
yeah.
the gangrel, because that was just how he.
No, I don't support that. So good.
No.
I don't wish to run around and
Cats
and
are
try to
quite
chase
regal
up a cat.
creatures.
All right, so I guess we better head over then.
So you're
Margaret,
making.
can we go in your van?
You'll be taking the. See, I will be taking the Fiat.
Okay, same bat time, same bat channel. Let's do it.
I will follow behind.
I will
Abigail
jump into the
punches-
car with Mr. Giovanni if he does not.
Oh, I do not mind at all.
There's plenty of space for Ja and the Fiat. He's not a big dude.
Abigail punches the Google Maps coordinates into Duran's phone just so that he knows where he's going.
I'm going to follow the van. This will be okay.
Well-
Grazie.
It will help. I mean, if you're not able to follow the van because you get stuck somewhere or we get stuck somewhere.
Grazie.
So we're gonna fast forward just a little bit. Are you doing the exact same thing that you did last time? Pull the van around back, and then the Fiat just parks up front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fiat. As we cruise in, of course, we're looking for the familiar trio, the three amigos.
Two of them are familiar. That would be Brick, and the other one. Yeah, you weren't quite sure about his name. And there's a third new person there, which would be Cat.
Oh, okay. So as we drive in and park, I'm just going to give Senor Cato a bit of a side grin and see they've already begun the renegotiations.
Like unknowns, Mr. Giovanni.
Oh no. Anytime you start the deal, somebody up a step always has the right to step into the deal and remove one of the pawns to bring a little more oomph along. It's called renegotiation.
Are you ready to renegotiate?
See, I have the gifts that I had told them I would bring for the information, and it looks like they might find us enough of value that we may build a working relationship.
And Jal pulls out a dagger and just starts twirling it in his fingers. I'm ready for renegotiations as well. Just in case.
Fantastico.
So the two that you do sort of recognize are kind of the standard clan leather jacket type thing. They're, white t-shirt underneath. Rose, what does Cat look like?
She's gonna do a bit of a turn reveal when y'all get closer. But from what you can see from behind is you see sort of camo, sort of military-ish, army grade, the very, very well-worn camo pants, combat boots that look like they got a little bit of weight to them. If you have upon better inspection, they're probably steel-toed. And then just a long, down to like the center of her back ponytail. That's just tightly just hung there.
And the other two that you do recognize would probably have their faces to Cat, and Cat would have her back to the rest of you as you were walking out.
And she's in a relaxed, or her like typical pose, which is just hands on her hips and just like they're shooting the shit about something stupid or something like that.
And Joe would actually get to hear the prep this time. Forget about it. Forget it. You talking to me? I'm walking here. Yeah. Persona. There we go. Yeah, I got it. Okay, we're good to go.
Is everyone in the van?
Yeah.
Moving around to meet
You're
the
good
Fiat?
to go.
Yep. Get out of the Fiat. Close the door. Wait to hear the door behind me close from Jaw getting out.
Yep. Right behind you.
and then start heading that way. And about 3 steps in, go, Pisano, Brick, my boy.
Hey, it's the Fancy Pants over here.
At this, Cat turns and you see makeup you see here, sort of like frizzed out kind of hair that's not tucked in a ponytail. She's got jean jacket on, collar popped, and kind of blending in with the background right now, but it's a white wife beater. Dog tags hanging down just below the neckline, and she turns around. She kind of stifles a laugh.
Right? Right? See?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's got money.
Disturbing.
What?
I
I
don't
don't
think
even.
we've had the pleasure of meeting you.
Oh yeah, name's Cat. Who are you?
I'm Abigail, and Mr. Fancy Pants is
Is that your
Duran.
professional name?
Oh,
I meant Fancy Pants.
Nah, you know, when I'm up on the stage, yeah, it depends on what I'm feeling and what city I'm in. I use different names if I'm in Jersey or New York or down around Boston. So, you know, it depends on the crowd. But
Sort of
yeah.
all over the place, aren't you?
Yeah, I like to get around. So, but you can call me Durant. You know, I go where the money is, and I like to bring the money. So, you know, we were. I'm going to guess that Brick is about. Brick and his boys are about 1 or 2 steps down below you, and you weren't buying what he told you I was selling, and you wanted to come along and check out the groceries yourself. No.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, what he said.
I wanted to see what who the investors were, as it were.
I can respect that. You know, you always want to make sure the business is on the up and up, because otherwise you end up with something stuck in your back.
Wait.
You never know who's got the money and who's got the dagger.
Wait,
Yeah.
and Brick kind of leans into Cat a little bit, and he's like, "Wait a minute, we're doing this on the up and up. I thought he was just gonna give us explosives, and we were gonna blow some something."
Brick. Shh. Don't think too hard about it.
Right.
Don't hurt yourself. It's okay. It's okay, big guy.
What's up? I'm Jude.
Can I do like an insight check or something on Jude to see what she...
What?
Speaking
Just
of,
like...
See if the leather jacket fits quite right. Like,
While she's doing that,
She's got Duran pinned down. She's just not sure about Jude.
while she's doing that, I'm just going to
insight.
point to Jaw and say, and this is Jaw. And this lovely one right here is Miss Margaret Strickland.
before you get her name out, she'll put her hand up, kind of roll her shoulder, do like the, posture thing, step forward. You can call me Bulldozer.
I like it.
Bulldozer, yes.
Yeah, bulldozer.
Wits and insight, Rose.
Oh my god. Josh trying to keep his shit together after that one.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, let's pretend to be another clan, and then it's like Bulldozer, and then you hear like from Jaw. Like,
That's a 2 successes right there.
2 successes. Jude could be Bruja. He's got the look kind of down.
Nice to meet you, Jude.
Nice to meet you too. So Duran, let's kick it off.
A couple of days ago, we came here on a tip looking for a little help because, there are places I can't walk looking like this. People stare.
No kidding.
Your boys be able to, hang out in the doorway, smoke them, watch them, nobody even pay attention. Whereas people be looking at me going, who's the asshole in the hat? Right? Right.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't doubt there'd be people passing the mall doing the same thing, thinking, there's some people there, and who's the asshole in the hat? The asshole in the hat happens to have the money. So we gave him an address, and we told him if he could check it out for a couple of days. We're watching for the man. Looks like me, only all in black. It's kind of a good guy, bad guy thing. That's why I'm in white. And if you fall for that, I've cut my price in half. So anyway,
Gotcha.
I offered them 5 large. They come back and tell me how many guys come in and out wearing black suits. I like black sunglasses, black hats, black, just so we got a rough average number of people coming in and out of there.
There was 3. Yeah.
Now, did the same 3 come in and out a lot? Did they always walk together?
Kinda, yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah, they're all 3 of them together.
Okay. And all of them sunglasses?
Well, 2 of them had sunglasses.
Yeah, see, this is where I'm going, because you know what? Just like you guys, you got a boss and some soldiers. So, and this is what I was saying, just watch for them. Don't step in, because they carry the big crap. They have toys that even I can't touch.
Oh, it's like the boss battles when we, play the video games, right?
Yes, that's what it's like there, bud.
Right.
Yeah,
Super
definitely.
Mario Brothers. Yes, that's it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's the trick.
Mhm.
So anyway, I said 5 large. So reach into the pocket. Make sure again the butt of the gun can be seen. You see the butt of a very well-worn 1911. Pull out a nice little clipped roll of hundreds. So there's $5,000 right there.
All right.
And I've got a few gifts in the trunk of the Fiat, because as Brick was saying, he wanted something to go boom with. And I mean, we might have to go in there and take care of these assholes. So in which case, we spoiled their party the other night. They were going to go have this toss up at a Toreador party, and we sent them doing this instead.
Yeah, we
So
were going to go
figured-
fuck up that Succubus Club thing.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, don't do that. It's too fancy for you.
I mean, do you want to do what's expected?
So we figured, we make it up to them by giving them another good trash it all party. So I've got a couple of, bottles of explosive in the back, and a couple of pistols with numbers filed off. If your boys know what to do with them, it's pretty easy. You point one end and you pull the trigger.
If you got him, pop the trunk and see what you got.
All right, let's go over the Fiat.
Fiat. Oh, wonderful.
That's what it's called. I thought it was just some fancy old car thing.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, no, see, one of our gang tends to like to drive around in ostentatious vehicles that, you can tell who they belong to. A Fiat gets lost in, Momville Mall parking lot half the time. So.
And Brick leans into Cat again, what does obfuscation mean?
Fancy as fuck.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's a $5 word for you.
Yeah, that's an
Okay,
SAT question word right there.
Pop the trunk.
What?
Don't think about it. It's fine.
Oh, right. Okay.
SAT. They only ask you on Saturdays.
Oh.
And you have to have sit yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a pair of Glocks, a shotgun, nothing too fancy. A couple of clips for each, probably about 20 rounds from the shotgun, and probably about 15, 20 wine bottles in two of those nice boxes that are with the cardboard dividers for the wine bottles, and they are full of liquid and capped with fabric, and there's a bit of a gassy smell, but it doesn't look like gasoline.
I'm so disappointed that Duran doesn't have a Thompson in his trunk.
I'm not giving anyone else my Thompson. Are you fucking kidding me?
What do you think, big boy? Is this a big enough bang for you or what?
Now, this stuff in the bottles, you light it and throw it. It's not a Molotov. It's a little something we learned to play with during the war. You add in some soap flakes, a little Vaseline. You got yourself homemade napalm. So,
Ooh.
and napalm sticks to werewolves. And
Wait, there's going to be werewolves there?
Nah, but
great.
if there
I
are,
hope not.
if there are, you just soak them down and watch them
See that
go up
as
like a
information
I will cry.
big tiki. You
So-
just
I
turn them
mean,
into a
that
big
was part of
tiki.
your job, Rick. Were there any werewolves?
I don't know. What do werewolves look like when they're not werewolves? Like, I didn't see any full moons.
No, never mind. I could help you, but I won't because.
Don't waste your breath.
I mean, is it like
Yeah, he just doesn't have
Buffy
the time.
the?
I mean, if you're punchy, you're not going to be an insightful one from my experience. I mean, I can be a punchy one, but let's say that my side was a bit more like Beckett than what the usual are.
Oh.
Wait, is it like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where they like you need a full moon, and then you gotta lock them in a cage or something?
Brick.
I mean,
Baby steps.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's not your concern right now, child.
Well, he said werewolves. Let's blow up some werewolves.
Okay.
No.
Now, if you would not mind, Ms. Cat, I would like to confer with my associates for a minute or two to see if we are going forward with a plan tonight. And if we are, we might just have a little bit more money-making opportunity for you. If
Sure.
you're interested.
Oh, I'm down. You confer as long as you want. And also, it's Cat. Just Cat.
Just Cat then. Okay, and just gonna
You can call me Dosey.
draw the coterie in kind of on the other side of the
Dozer.
Fiat.
So
Like on the other side of the Fiat. Go. Okay.
Everybody has a huddle on the other side of the Fiat.
Yeah.
I think we should bring them with us.
Oh,
I know that brick person isn't that bright, but he's got the ability to punch things, and
you always
more so
you
than we
always, always send the soldiers in first. So yeah, they're coming along with us. We've got some coin which they want, some toys which they want. They've got some skills which we could benefit from. Now, this is the trick. How are we going to do this? Because they're kind of noisy. If we go in with them, that's a lot of noise, and we're going fast and hard and pretty much toast anything that's there. The other way to do it is we can kind of go in quiet and have them out front for when the noise starts. The third way is half and half, like we tried to do with the Pentex thing, where Ja and somebody else goes in quiet in the back, and there's a lot of diversionary noise out front.
we could do either way.
Now,
I mean,
I'm
I can
thinking
help.
two of those three guys that are coming in and out are those fucking robot men.
I was just about to say, I don't know if we can toast anybody if there's more robots.
And reach into a pocket and pull out 3 black cards that say HIT on them. I got all access passes to backstage there.
Oh.
Storyteller, did my
That's me.
Discussions with Jacques at the Tremere Chantry, did they result in any further information about mages that I didn't have before?
Not really.
Nope. Jacques wasn't very useful? Okay.
Jacques was useful, but it was just kind of filling in minor gaps here and there. Like, he knows probably about as much as you do. Again, like Cassius, he doesn't have like any real world experience in dealing with mages because 2 secret societies generally don't have enough overlap to really come up with anything.
Did he mention anything about ways of taking them out?
Bullets work.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, well, it's like for anatomy type thing, like mages are essentially human-ish. So whatever works on a human would generally work on them, but they have like magical kind of weird shit that they could protect themselves with at times.
all right.
And Jude is gonna look at Duran. Do you have an extra gun?
Yeah, there should be one more in the trunk.
Because I feel like maybe I should have that for this time, so I can be more useful.
You can handle a gun?
Yeah, I know how to. Yeah, I know how to use a gun, but it's like I had to get rid of everything when I came across the border.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I can set you up with these.
Okay, cool.
Now, with that most important detail settled, I've always been one for distraction, for the wool over the eyes, things like that. Now the question is, if we do go that route, for my capability to scoping ones out to get more of an idea of what we're going against, can, kindred, werewolf mage, machine in the night. I now know what that feels like. Would you all want me to be in the back or would you want me to be in the front? Because I can't scope them out if we're going to do the distraction and then going from the back. I'm good with going either way. It's just, where do you want me to do the identifications in the realm of which I am able to do?
Well, how about this? If we're going to bring the Bruja into this, we've already discussed what we want to discuss, that we're bringing them with us, etc., etc. Are there any other things that we need to discuss just amongst us? Or maybe we should bring the Bruja in because this cat actually seems like she's a little bit more tactical minded than her compatriots.
I mean, there's literally something
and just let the pee
in
on
her head. So
How difficult is it be more tactical than Brick?
Well, yes. I mean, that's not difficult, but yes, maybe we should bring them in and see if maybe Kat has some suggestions as to how we take them out, because we don't know all their strengths.
The only thing we're going to go with is, are we going now? Because I'm feeling we could go now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We might as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, and I got to mention this, Strickland, I applaud. We walked into a situation where we aren't too sure about the trusting of the people that we're facing with, and you're the only one who thought not to use your own name. And was not outed by anyone.
Name.
Well, yeah, was not outed by someone
I didn't
else.
say anything.
We got to remember to do this, ladies and gents. I got 37 names. When we
it's just like it's not like I
on your
gave him my
phone with all of your
last
different
name.
names, like the people who keep all their passwords in a folder that says passwords.
I don't do that.
Anyways, so we're good to go.
Sure.
So up out of the huddle, and so just Kat, we are thinking if you and your friends are not busy tonight, we would go and take care of this thing right now.
I mean, we've got probably tons of lot of other things to do, but we can reschedule.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we do we?
Shush.
All right.
Excellent. I think you'd probably be comfier in the van. The Fiat, it's got a little room.
Yeah, break well, check the Fiat. And then
right.
Kat, without saying anything, heads right to the van.
Margaret, can I have the aux cord?
I mean, sure. Yeah, go ahead. I'm actually curious to see what sort of sounds roll around in your head, darling.
It's also really hard to get an aux cord for something that has an 8-track player.
No, it's probably like one of the because
I just thought of that.
In about 5 years ago, they'd bring back the old style van, so she probably got one of those new eco-friendly ones.
One of the new ones? Okay.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, it has the shag carpet. It has the curtains with the tassels, but they're ball tassels rather than the traditional tassels, and they're velvet.
Well, then you don't even need the aux cord. You just need Bluetooth.
Yeah, true.
It's true.
All right. So Jude is piling into the van also with Kat and Abigail and Margaret.
The Fiat, because I'm not sure about Fiats. Do they have a back seat?
I looked it up.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They seat 4 comfortably. 4 adults quite comfortably.
Yeah. Brick is a bit of a big boy, so he's
what
gonna
we call a brick house.
He's gonna sit in the back behind Ja, and Ja feels like 2 gigantic knees pushing into his back.
Ja pushes his seat as far back as it can go. Lets it back, just relaxing.
Hey,
stretched out.
Can you push up a little bit?
No.
He's gonna try to he's gonna leave his legs kind of minorly trapped behind your seat, and he's gonna scooch over and kind of lean over behind Duran.
And the radio in the Fiat is all Dean Martin. all day.
What music happens to be playing in the van?
Oh yeah, you're doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's my turn. I'm going to be playing. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get there, but I'm going to play the album Houdini by the Melvins.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And I'm gonna make sure to skip to Night Goat first, so we can all like scream together in the car on those like absolutely tasty buzz screams.
Cat is digging the fuck out of it, by the way. Brownie points.
And Jude is like looking at Cat, like, yeah, just like rocking out.
Just like black lips, black nail polish, just like, yeah.
Margaret's somehow mixing like 90s rock movements with like the late 60s, early 70s. Like she's making it work.
I think that's perfect.
That's great.
Neck works in a way that like it shouldn't work for humans. If you're just like, the fuck? But she's killing it.
Love it.
Actually, who is driving in the van?
That would be her girl Amber, who looks very much like standard kind of goth, blunt braids, long dark hair. She has kind of like pirate meets punk kind of accessories. She probably has shit, I can't think of the name of the pants on right now, but she has like those baggy pants on that have like a lot of pockets and chains and stuff.
Trip pants.
For that, you won't
Shinkos?
No,
Trips.
Trip pants.
Yeah. You do notice what is visible of her. She does have baby fangs, like what a vampire does. And then
Aw.
I think that's the only thing that's visible as far as Samisi Golding's though. But you don't know she's a Samisi, but she looks like a standard gold rather than she has little baby vampire fangs.
Little teefies.
I kind of know what those hidden things are, and
and her fingers
I'm
are
a little
longer than
disturbed.
standard for humans.
Steve is
surgical thing.
starring the storyteller.
Body
I'm officially scarred.
body modifications from life in Goldham that are currently hidden.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. Anyway, Abigail?
1 second. I just rolled 5 successes for remote access.
Okay.
So Jude is playing this music off her phone.
Yes.
Oh no.
As we're driving through Stanley Park, Abigail is just going to use remote access to change the song to Tool 46 and 2, please.
Appropriate.
Cool. I'm fine with that.
I know, but I'm just changing it.
Jude's fine.
Need to practice. But obviously I don't say that.
And on that note, while we are taking a trip through Stanley Park, this is a good time to take a bit of a break. It's a little early, but it'll be fine. Just a quick 5 to 7 minutes. 7 is good for if people need to use the washroom. So you all do that, get some hydration, and we will take a bit of a break and see you very soon. 1. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. They are making their way to North York in various modes of transportation.
North Van? Wrong city?
Making my way downtown.
Right. North Van. That's the one. Why does everybody call everything North? Whatever. It's ridiculous.
Like, where are we?
Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to go to North York.
You don't want to go to North York bad.
No. Young Street, that's where I'm at.
Young Street is the longest street in North America. But that's beside the point entirely.
Wow.
Yeah, there's my fun Toronto fact of the evening. So
You're welcome.
They're making their way to North Van, and you pull up to the condo. You'd already kind of checked it out via Google Maps and Google Street View, etc., etc. And it is, kind of a tower. It's one of the newer ones. It doesn't actually look like it's quite finished just yet. It looks like a couple of the lower floors are still being worked on. But you can see that some of the lights are on, so it's like one of those kind of rush jobs. Get people in there as quickly as you can, start collecting condo fees, that sort of thing. So how are you approaching this particular building?
Is the lobby visible from outside?
It is, yeah. There's a kind of windowed lobby. There's also sections of the building that you can see that are used or going to be used for like shops and that sort of thing.
Is there security in the lobby?
There's a concierge desk in the lobby that someone in a suit is behind.
You got a job. What if you were looking for a Mr. Augustinus?
That could potentially work. Maybe.
Yeah. You got ID for the job, right?
I do.
So you slide up to the guy up front and you ask him about a Mr. Augustinus. You got to talk with him about some parking tickets.
Augustinus, that's a stupid name.
Yeah. You put an Augustinus. You put an Augustinus in a sock and
Yeah, right.
You had an idea.
It wasn't more an idea, more of a final clarification. You know, we brainstormed before we came here, but we didn't exactly decide whether we were going to just assault from the front, assault from the back, or cause a distraction on one end or the other. Does that mean that we're causing a mild, calm distraction at the front while we bust in from the back or stealth in from the back? And also, what do you want me? Because as y'all know, I am versatile.
That's good to know.
Well, I can remove, not remove. I can take out any cameras that are in the building. Do we want that? We don't want any trace of us, right, Mr. Giovanni? No. Okay, so
it would be very bad for me to lose my job because I'm pretending to do my job when I'm
right.
not doing
I think I'm also vertical tile, like what she said.
All right. So, storyteller, I have a cat on my lap. Can I take half and just take 4 successes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, kitty.
So are you knocking out them entirely, or are you just gonna put them on a loop, delay them, that sort of thing?
I think I'm gonna put them on a loop.
Okay. So you're not breaking them outright, you're just
No,
breaking
that's
them.
too suspicious. Yeah.
perfect.
What if could I crawl up the building and then go in an open window or something?
Oh wow, yeah. I'm strong like that too. You can just dig into the side of that. Yeah.
And there's that one time
Dude,
where
that's
you climbed
lovely.
there's that one time, Brick, where you climbed up the side of the building and I
Right.
was on your back.
Right.
And I was hanging on for dear life. I nearly fell. It was so fucking cool.
It was like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
30 floors, okay?
Literally Spider-Man.
Yeah, I could do it.
You do 30 floors, okay? I
Yeah.
was gonna
Do you really think that it would be, inconspicuous?
say, go around back.
Yeah.
And
go around the
I'll-
back of the building.
Go around the back.
Oh
of the
yeah,
building.
not
Yeah.
in the lobby
Not the
side.
front.
I meant
But to her.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 30-floor tall building. If
If
someone looks up, Huzzah!
People,
It's night. It's dark.
it's night.
That's
It's dark.
why it's
People don't look
sad.
up.
I'm a cryptid.
People don't look up.
You
And
are?
you end up on the
what is
internet.
Jude
Just say that
wearing
I
right
warned
now?
you.
Whoa, she's like Slender Man.
That's amazing.
What is Jude wearing right now?
I'm wearing my typical outfit, my raglan shirt and suspenders and my black pants with tons of pockets.
Okay, so Abigail's gonna take off her leather jacket, take the hoodie off that's underneath the leather jacket, give the hoodie to Jude, and put it back on her leather jacket, and say, "Yeah, you're. We would like you to probably wear this. It'll make you slightly less."
You know, like it's not gonna come back to you in the same condition that you just gave it to me.
That's
Like this is gonna be some.
That's fine. I have a collection.
Well, it is hot girl summer, so I guess I better start. And I'll
Yeah.
just like squeeze into this small. But I'll get it over my head. But it's looking short. It's looking tight. But it'll cover. I think it'll cover up the white. I can just like tuck it into my pants and then put the.
Yeah.
on.
It probably won't come back to you in the same condition. I get shot a lot too. It's fine.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, sure. Yeah. Okay.
That's what he's built for.
Okay. So, I do though, storyteller. Before we go too much further, the rules and the extent of this. It just says move at half normal rate on walls or ceilings. It doesn't give me like how far I can go or.
It would last for the scene, so yeah, the scene is definitely going to be.
So
like,
I can
you
just
getting
keep
up the
going
side.
then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure before I like committed 1,000% to this that I wasn't going to be like, okay, you went up 10 feet and then you fall.
A floor, give or take, is about 12 feet ish, 12 to 15 feet. So that's only about 450 feet to get up there. Give or take.
Cool. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. So once I find like somewhere to go in, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I just, where is this? Where are they? What floor?
At that Margaret
Third floor.
had, I mean, we sent you all together intel. I was sure they were intelligent enough to pass on what they were able to learn. So, madam, if you could.
Yeah, there's like 3 guys that come in and out that they're dressed in black. That's what Fancy Pants over here told me to tell you guys.
When he finishes talking, Margaret looks at him and turns on her eyes of the beast and says, I specifically asked the lady to answer. She's the one in charge. I care for the ones in charge and I care for the Coterie.
Whoa. Simmer down. Whoa, you don't need to be doing that here.
She'll turn her eyes off, kind of collect herself, look at you, kind of incline her head and be like, I am most sorry.
I'm sorry he spoke out of turn. Didn't know we were on that kind of basis. Brick, say sorry to the lady and carry on.
Sorry.
Carry on.
Much appreciated.
Mm.
I do ask for forgiveness, madam. If we do get to work further in the future, I do hope that we can come to a accord to you, where you can understand. I mean, through how the anger can flare with certain things.
He's dumb, but he's good for retention.
Wait, hold on. No, like people tend to not retain things when I'm around.
He's better at it than most people. I don't know
Okay, so
how. I don't know how.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay.
have a floor then.
Sorry?
We don't have a. I don't think we have a floor, but I think I heard Duran
30th.
say
30th.
30th. 30.
Okay, just making sure. So I'm going.
30th.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna
Okay, buddy.
crawl up to the 30th floor and then try to get in that way and do it as stealthily as possible. Have I got it?
Possibly.
Yeah. And then, Rick was talking about climbing up the wall too with Cat on his back. Okay,
How we
so
do?
Yeah, I could do that.
the 3 of you go up the back.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We're Team Awesome, by the way. Team Awesome.
Oh yeah, Team Awesome.
Sweater.
Dad works for me. John and I'll go in and talk with the guy at the desk. While we got the guy at the desk, you ladies just stroll right on past and head for the elevators, and we will join you there. All I want to do is confirm that there is an Augustanus on the 30th floor.
Okay, cool. And storyteller, do we have like our like communicators? However, did we do that when we were at Pentex? No, we didn't. Oh man. Okay, that's fine.
This isn't an episode of MacGyver. You gotta tell me if you want any of your communication stuff.
No, you're good. No, you're right. You're right. You're good. Okay, so then where'd you Margaret and Abigail go?
We're gonna wait for Duran to make a distraction, so to speak, and we're just gonna head straight for the elevators.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else before I start my climb?
Do be careful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it'd be
I
nice.
got to do this. I gotta
It'd be nice we
redeem.
all
I
get
gotta
out.
redeem it. I gotta redeem myself for the other time at Pentex because like my crawling didn't work really well, and I just got slammed a bunch of times. So I'm just gonna try to do it.
So yeah,
Really
here's
well.
the
Believe in
deal.
you.
So
It does-
far, all of us have gone into everything, and all of us have come out. Same thing this time. All of us, including our new friends here. Everyone that goes in, everyone comes out.
I like
Oh
those
yeah,
odds.
for sure.
Now
practice.
we
Okay.
got that last guy, the one that was with Rick and Kat, because wasn't there two with Kat?
Yeah, there was 2 with Cat.
Yeah. So that last guy, I want you just hang out here at the back of the Fiat. All the glass is in there. If we come out screaming and there's big shit behind us, you start lighting it on fire and throwing it at the big shit.
Do you have that stomp?
Yeah.
If we come walking out, you just stand there and smile.
Running out, light it on fire, throw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Only
Yes.
if there's trouble. If we're
Yeah.
The lady behind the wheel right here. If you lot have to go and do that sort of infiltration sort of thing, she'll be hanging back. But if absolutely necessary, she has no back. She's a good shot. She has other talents as well.
She's the getaway car.
The getaway car with a bit of bite, if you will.
Yep.
From
I know what you will.
Melee. Wrong.
All right, Team Awesome, move out.
And with that, Cat jumps onto Brick's shoulders, gets comfy, hangs on. She's like, boop.
All right.
screaming, Abigail starts humming "Everything is Awesome" under.
Probably a good idea.
Well, that's a thing.
So, Jude, for the cleaning of the insect, I'm going to get a Dex and Athletics check from you.
Okay.
And I did just double check it, but my brain just shut off, so I'm going to double check for potence. Canny grip.
I'm gonna rouse my dex.
Probably a good idea.
Damn it. I get hungrier.
Hey, come on, eat one of these guys. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I have to do one of the things you taught me now. I'm gonna do you proud right now, and then we can have a treat afterward.
Is it gonna be one of them? Can you eat one of them for me?
Yeah, you know I can't do that. Like we can't bargain right now. I'm so sorry. I'll see you next time.
See you real soon.
I'm gonna burn a willpower. Oh yes. Oh, it worked. Okay. I got a critical, so I have 6 successes on a critical.
For that, it's super easy to do. Like, there's a couple like portions where you kind of put your hand on it, but you accidentally put your hand on the glass, so you slip a little bit. But then you quickly readjust yourself and go. Brick just walks up to the wall and like physically digs his hands into the surface and starts climbing that way, which is
Cool.
disconcerting to anybody who can actually see it, because it's not like he's kind of pushed his main body against the wall and he's climbing that way and trying to push with his legs. It's like his back is just completely straight and his arms are just going up the wall. His legs are completely just dangling off the wall.
That's weird. That is
Yeah,
a
it
strange
looks
image.
really weird.
Cool. So yeah, we're just climbing away.
And let's go to the lobby. Duran.
Her breath.
Ja, all we gotta do is confirm Augustanus is on the 30th floor. You want him for, you gotta talk to him about tickets or something. Parking tickets.
All right.
Okay.
Whoever asked the question, he's gonna want to see ID. I don't got ID
Yeah,
for this.
yeah. I got it. I think probably.
So I'm just with you.
So John walks in.
I'm walking in right kind of behind him, sort of thing.
The main door is actually locked.
Is there a key, like a key fob
There is a
thing?
key fob, yes.
Palm one of the hit mark black cards and wave it near the.
It opens.
Tuck that back in the pocket.
That's disconcerting just a little bit, but not unexpected. John walks up to the front desk.
Oh, and as I've got 3 of them, I'm going to drop one of the cards on the ground. Like, do the obvious behind me, wave it 2 or 3 times so the ladies can see it, and then drop it as we walk in.
As they go to the desk, Margaret's gonna basically, like, before they get in, they're gonna let them go together. And then, like, about 10-15 seconds after that, she'll come in, kind of poking around on her phone, and then go directly to the lobby and just, like, be relatively close to the desk and just pretend to be fucking around on her phone. Close in hand.
Abigail's gonna pick up the. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Abigail's gonna kind of, when she gets to the point where Duran was with the card, she's gonna kind of go to tie up her boot and pick up the card and just put it in her pocket.
Oldest trick in the book. Oh, look, my shoelace is untied. What's this? A card to get into different places. Yeah, so you walk up to the front desk and the concierge is like, can I help you with anything?
Yes, excuse me. I am. My name's Marvin, and I am looking for a Mr. Augustanus.
Mr. Augustanus is on the 30th floor.
Do you know if he's in this evening?
Haven't seen him leave.
Excellent.
What do you need him for?
Mr. Augustanus has got himself in a little bit of trouble with the law. Some unpaid tickets has led to a bit of a warrant.
Really? Because he's pretty low.
Serious violations.
Hey,
Yeah, I think he's just not been paying very much attention. So we're just going to have a talk, make sure that he can just pay it off, and we'll be done with this.
All right. So yeah, he should be up there. You need like a special card to get up there, though. Do you have anything like that?
No, but could you let me?
I'm generally not allowed to.
Yeah, but I'm a bail bondsman. This is sort of my job. Hands the card. Ike's bail bonds.
I'm not sure. He kind of glances down at it a little bit, and he's like, Yeah, I'm not allowed to generally.
Into the pocket, slip out a nice pink folded bill, just kind of slide it across, take it
Oh
halfway
yeah,
back
no
again.
problem. I can take care of that for you. And he like goes over to the elevator with you.
Oh wow, we don't need to mesmerize this guy? Cool.
No, this guy's corrupt as fuck.
Excellent. Excellent.
Welcome
Okay.
to
You
Realm
have
of
a
Darkness.
wonderful night.
Yeah, no problem.
We're going up.
Yeah, he walks in the elevator before you guys, hits the 30th button, takes the, little thing on the strap, waves it near the thing. It turns from red to green, and then he gets off the elevator. He's like, you have a good night, gentlemen. And he, like, slides the bill into his pocket.
Adios.
Yep. Step
And
into the
everybody else
elevator
piled in as well.
and put a foot in the way so the door doesn't close before the ladies join us.
When the elevator door closes, and Margaret will wait about 10 seconds and she'll shoot a message to the group chat. And
Okay, we're holding the door open.
what level are you going to? Because she was planning on taking the stairs. She doesn't want to just rush into the elevator. She's just group chat, job, what room y'all going to, taking stairs. Or floor, sorry.
I'll tell you. I am worried that you won't be able to get in through the door once you get there, but good luck.
You underestimate
I
me.
type back to Margaret. There's probably a key card entry at the door to the stairs as well. The floor is probably locked off. You might want to come with us. It's a good idea, but unless we get an extra card, you're not going to be able to get in there probably.
Okay, let's do this. Let's rouse the decks because she doesn't just want to bulldoze into the elevator. Kind of wants to be a little sneaky about it, and her dex is a little. Oh, that passes. Okay, let's see.
Damn it.
I mean, I
Everybody's-
stayed at Hunger Zero for as long as I did. So can you really be that mad at me?
That's true. There were remorse checks. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I'm a little disappointed because I feel like she should already be at the Unity 6, but see what happens. Oh, nice.
Oh.
That is 5 crit clean.
Damn.
So what are you doing with the dex check? You're like making your way to the elevator?
As she gets up, she probably has a newspaper and she kind of like does a thing to like she kind of trips and it goes over her face. It kind of messes up her hair a little bit during the catch. Puts herself right, kind of quick steps, makes it look like she's going to go towards the staircase for the last possible second, just turns her body and slides on into the elevator right before it closes with that crit.
Yeah, easily enough to do. So you're making your way to the 30th floor. So it takes a little bit of time, but eventually
Okay. As we're going up, how ready do we want to be when we get off this elevator, ladies and gents?
Well, that depends, Mr. Duran. What are you expecting is going to come out at us?
I don't know. I'm just wondering whether we keep faking it with the face or whether it's time to pull the hardware out.
Well, I only have my boot knife as far as weaponry goes, which is sharp enough and might take care of a few things, but I can handle a gun. I just don't know if you have an extra one.
Down in the car.
That's fine then. I'll just use the knife. That's fine.
Okay. And I'm just going to pull the 1911 out and carry it down by the side, kind of tuck it right along the leg so that it's not obviously visible.
Ja is very obviously holding a sword. It's a glowing sword.
Yeah, the subtlety and the not so subtlety
There's nothing subtle about it. It's like glowing sword in front of him. It's like, let's go.
Okay.
Abigail, Margaret, any weaponry preparations?
I'm just gonna I can pull out the boot knife pretty quickly, so I'm just gonna keep that in mind. My bear spray is with Jude, so I don't actually have that. I have some clinging of the insect if I need it in my bag. Yeah.
I'll obviously be using Silence of Death as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to double check the vicissitude, especially because all the detail that goes into redistribution and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to make sure I take notes on my phone, so I will get back to you on those rolls.
Alrighty. So eventually the door opens on the 30th floor with a ding, and the door kind of opens, and you can see like a large hallway. It looks a lot larger than the hallway that was there. Like the initial hallway looked like there was, the two elevators on the one side, two elevators on the other side. And this hallway looks a lot larger. Like it looks like basically this is the top end of the elevator, and the other elevators didn't come this high, so the hallway is a lot larger. There's vases on rather ornate looking wooden kind of tables, and there's like a lot of kind of fancy looking artwork on the walls. So what do you do?
Anyone in view?
Nobody's in view.
Hallway goes both ways.
The hallway goes to your left once you exit the elevator.
I'm gonna actually turn on Sense the Unseen. I should have done that while we were in the elevator. Can I retract that and?
Yes, I'll allow it.
So resolve and aspects then?
It is a wits and aspects for Sense the Unseen.
Okay.
Or resolve
so
and
passive.
aspects. Passive perception, yes. Okay. And Abigail completely disappeared. That's amazing.
Sorry.
Something I had planned for later. But what? So 2 successes.
2 successes.
Is everyone piling out of the elevator?
Yep.
All right. So you look to your left, because on the right there's another kind of wall with vase and table beside it. So you look to your left, and Abigail, because you activated Sense the Unseen, you see kind of a large thing. But you don't see it in this room. You see like kind of a presence, entity, thing, large amount of magic / whatever being put into effect.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper to the group. I'm gonna say, "There's something using magic over there," and I'm gonna point to wherever that is that you're saying.
Yeah, it would be directly down the hallway.
Okay.
It's down there in the room down there. There's something using a lot of magic down there, so we should probably proceed with caution.
Okay, I'm gonna go shh, and then kick up my heightened hearing.
Your heightened
all the way to the
hearing.
top,
Let's
just to
do
see if I can hear talking, breathing, footsteps, wits and resolve time.
Wits and resolve.
Yep.
Let's add 2 dice to that because of heightened sense of hearing.
And that is 4 successes.
4 successes. So you basically kind of, your vision mildly fades a little bit, and your hearing kind of kicks in, and you can hear like the odd shuffling of fabric from one of your compatriots as they're moving around. You can hear someone down the hallway a little bit breathing, but then you hear like a large, just sort of like almost overwhelming crash, as if something has just been broken.
Okay, turn the heightened hearing off because I'm going to be pulling the trigger and don't want to deafen myself.
Probably a good idea.
And I think, Abigail, that's the room we want to be in.
I think
And
so.
I think our friends outside just broke a window to get inside.
Yeah,
They
right.
probably did.
Wait,
right,
what?
Speaking of outside,
I didn't do that.
no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
So everyone outside is kind of progressing at about the same pace, climbing up the wall. You get near the top of the condominium complex, and are you going to be stealthily looking in?
I would like to stealthily look in, yes.
That'll be
I
Dex
don't
and
think
stealth.
I will be.
No.
Dex and stealth.
Dex and stealth.
Okay. Not great.
I mean, could be worse. And your Dex is still roused.
Correct. I did get 3.
Okay. So Jude kind of goes up first, and you kind of peer over the edge of the kind of, it's not really a balcony, it's kind of a French balcony. So you peer up over the edge, and you can kind of see in the gap between where the window is and where the curtain on the other side is, there's kind of like a thing. You're not quite sure what it is. It's kind of like flickering. There's like a purple, almost electricity that is flickering, and kind of like it reminds you of what you see when Senior Johnson goes in and out of the telephone.
That's interesting. John's not gonna like that. I would like to turn on Sense the Unseen at this point as well.
Excellent. I thought you might.
You want
That is a
Wits and Resolve or
Wits and
Auspex?
Resolve, or nope, that's Possession.
Wits and Auspex or Resolve and Auspex. That's what I
Yeah.
thought it was.
Whichever one's larger of the two dice.
Sure.
pools.
Cuckoo. Alright. Take your roll. I got 2.
2 successes. Yeah, it's almost blinding. You're just like, oh, whoa. It is definitely not of this particular terrestrial area.
Okay, so I am going to like, how close are Cat and Brick to me? Like,
They're coming up kind of right behind you. Like, Brick is just kind of like, you can hear the of Brick like moving his way up the concrete.
okay, so can I? So when you say French balcony, they're like the really, really small ones, like
Yeah, it's
with
like there's
hardly
like a
any room
barred
on
off.
them.
Yeah, there's a barred off part, but there's a place where you can actually like slide open a door type thing.
Okay, so I want to just like get onto the balcony at this point.
Okay.
Okay, and so after I do that, I'm gonna just look down as Brick is still like, and be like, there's like something really weird here. Like it's like magic. Like I don't think like mainly kindred stuff. So we gotta be really careful.
Wait, I thought we were supposed to be coming to get the weird thing.
Well, there's that too. There's a lot of weirdness. Okay, Brick. Like I'm sorry, but this is just you're gonna have to accept it right now. So
That's weird. Rose, you're muted.
We're gonna have to improvise, buddy.
Right, go through the wall.
Oh, what? Brick?
And Brick is just gonna punch through the wall.
Brick?
Oh, god damn it.
Everybody in the other team can hear like a big kind of like.
Cool beans. Very cool, Brick. Very
Did
cool.
that hurt?
moves.
Because I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm gonna guess that was Brick.
Didn't hurt
And
at
now
all.
we walk. And now we walk quickly for the door. Don't shoot Augustinus. We want the human alive. Kill the rest.
You're walking quickly for the door. Who gets there first? Let me see your hero marching order.
Margaret absolutely would be taken out the back because right before the door closed, she would have walked out, wanting to make sure she was done with all of her weird, squiggly flesh, bone stuff, cartilage stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, her.
I'm thinking Jaw's going to be at the front as a result.
He's skinny, but he's tall. You know, she's letting the fellas go, and she's like kind of crouched down, like, nope, I may not like the camera roll, but I'm not getting this shit on camera. I know Abigail got some cover, but I'm playing it safe. But yeah, she comes out at Hunger Tomb because her vicissitude rouse failed. For her weapons, that's a +2 soup automatic. She's -1 to her dex since I roused that for her. And the weapons that you see, so right below the elbow, more towards the wrist, there's a band of bone, and then kind of like right here on it. So this jacket, she would have unzipped the little parts because a biker jacket, you know, you need to do that sometimes with the biker gloves, but rather, you know, it has that support. And then from out of it comes, rather than just something like a big blade, it has a bident, which is basically a trident, but rather than that middle one, it just has those two outer ones that are the same length and they're closer together. So she has those on both of her wrists. For that one, she got 4 successes on her Protean and Resolve, I believe it is. And then for her second one, she's using not to use her third one to max out on it because she does have Protean 3. She can do up to 3 modifications, but she's opting for just 2. And the second one gives her a -2 to her stamina, which under her jacket and over her ripped blue wash jeans, kind of 70s meets 90s sort of jeans, just cartilage forms over them and under the jacket and around her neck. So she probably would pop her collar a little bit as well.
Yeah, she looks like a pill bug. Only with 2
Aw.
like bi things coming out.
Aw.
Stabby bits.
Canada's got Wolverine. We've got the pill bug. Yes.
Yes.
So Ja, you are going in first, I'm guessing.
And I'm going to be right behind him.
Yeah, as soon as Ja hears this happening, he's like at the front of the elevator, like nose to the door. So as soon as it opens, he's out.
Abigail's gonna be behind Duran, and she's gonna pull out her boot knife.
Probably a good idea. So Ja, are you opening the door in the traditional sense, or are you opening the door in the kicking it in sense?
Oh, traditional sense. Ja's trying to be quiet.
Okay. So you open the door just enough kind of to peek in, or just
peek, see if I see anything.
you see the following. There is a large kind of portal, I guess would be the best way of describing it, which around the edges kind of has like a flickering effect of like a lightning that it does remind you definitely of what you see when Senior Johnson goes in and out of the phone. But in front of that, there's a man in a suit who's like, he has kind of magical spheres around his hands, and he is trying to like shoot bolts. And out of the particular portal, there are large kind of squid-like tentacles that are reaching out. And in kind of the bottom of the portal, you can see like a small cube.
Closes the door back up. there's some funky shit going on in there. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but there's tentacles coming out of a portal. There's a magical cube, and there's a man shooting lightning at the tentacles.
The cube is what we're here for.
Yeah, but maybe we should wait until that guy dies, or the tentacles die before we go in.
Well, if it's a portal and there's tentacles coming out of it, don't you think that if we let that man die, the tentacles may end up coming out and after us? Because
Yeah, that's why I bring a sword. Swords handle tentacles pretty well.
It's kind of a smart plan to let both sides wear each other down.
I mean, unless you got something to close portals,
my
if
worry,
you have that in your hand, then I'm ready.
My worry is the other ones are coming in from the other end.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm young, a special in generation, but from what I understand, your clan, they do have means of what the Lysandra are, but they're more, your clan more controls, while the Shadow Lords of our ilk are exactly that. Could this be other branches of your family at work?
Sorry.
Was that Director's Force?
Which one? Yeah.
She was asking
Was that
Duran, but everyone else is nearby enough to hear it.
No. Not from anything I've ever heard.
I mean, if we want to go in here face first, well, this person looks quite distracted. But he's also throwing lightning bolts, so I don't know if that is the best strategy either, because I don't want to get fried. It's not really my style. Burnt to a crisp. Brick, you want to punch a wall?
Brick is punching a wall.
So what do we want to do? Do we want to try and take out the tentacle thing first and help our friendly neighborhood mage, or do we want to take out the mage first and try our luck with the tentacle thing after? Because I really don't want to unleash this thing upon our city.
So I've been watching that Critical Role show that you were talking about before, the D&Ds. Do one of you Tremors have like the mage hand spell?
That's not. I know what you're referring to. This was actually it's very, very clever. But no, we don't have that. Well, we do technically, but it's frowned upon, and we don't technically use it very much, and I certainly don't use it. So unfortunately, it's not something I have.
The way I see it, I mean, I haven't played D&D since 2nd edition, but as what we've seen in the short time we've been to Coterie, mages are squishy in D&D. Us we are not squishy, so let's take care of the mage here. Could get him out of the way, because if we just let him go off and do whatever it is what he can do, that gives him time to prepare. And
I just don't want to accidentally get taken into that portal, because last time we went through a portal of some sort, it was fucked.
That's the thing.
Super duper ridiculous.
Probably doing something to summon or maintain. I mean, they're the shadows in the knot, and I only know what I do with the abyss. But the way I see it, you never let a mage last long, because the longer the mage lasts, the more problems you're gonna have.
Storyteller, can you tell me what? So Brick is bashing this wall.
Yeah.
And I'm there, and Kat's there, but where are we in relationship to the rest of the group?
It's you're kind of on the outside portion. You'd probably be about 50 meters or so away from the other group. Like, they'd be coming in on the other side. So Brick punches his way through the wall, and you see kind of the above scene, but from the opposite angle. Like, you can see the portal, but the tentacles are kind of going out the other side, and you can see the guy throwing like lightning bolts at it, but you're kind of facing the guy.
can I make out like his expression or his like
He's very
vibe?
exacerbated. He's kind of not happy, definitely, that this thing is trying to come through. And it actually like has one of kind of a thing that's in like sunglasses, the suit. You would kind of recognize it as being similar to the Mark Fives that you've encountered. But it has one of those, and it's kind of like smashing it up against on the ground.
So wait a minute. The mage is like trying to prevent something from coming through?
Looking that
Okay,
way.
I don't think it okay. That's not okay, that's different than what I thought was going on. So okay. I don't know if the other crew was still talking it over or if it's my turn to like make a I don't know who's going.
Feel free.
Go ahead.
What's your move?
I was thinking of let's see. So I'm facing him.
Using Mage Hand.
I wish. Gosh, I don't know. Looking for input.
I mean, we could jump in guns blazing.
That's pretty much what Brick is going to be doing.
I feel like there's not going to be too many more options to like. I don't think there's any stealthy option here.
There really isn't.
Okay,
Kat is
cool.
definitely going to look
That's
over
fine.
to you and just be like, "Do you got a good idea? Can you see okay?" Because she's kind of like just stuck on Brick, and he's a brick wall. All
Yeah,
the brick
and
jokes today.
He's a big lad.
Sure, and I'll look at Kat. I mean, it looks really fucked up. Like I've never seen a tentacle like that in real life.
What?
Like
There's
I didn't
fucking
even know that
tentacles
was a
in there?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
it was a
tentacles. Look.
Yeah, they're coming out of a portal, and then he's like the guy in there with the magic and the cube. It like he looks kind of mad. So I feel like maybe if we just launch right in there, just
I mean,
knock it all out of.
it looks like he's throwing lightning bolts at the water type. So that works in the Pokemon Go. That's what I know.
It's super effective.
Get the hit on this damn game.
Okay. So
Margaret would like it. There's Kabutops that
okay, what I would like to do is I think I'm just gonna like throw myself at the mage. if Brick's gonna kick it off anyway. So I would like to, before I do that, I would like to activate Lethal Body.
all right.
So and I will come in unarmed, so that will do ag damage to, I mean, presumably mortal guy. So I just will probably just like run up and tackle him kind of
All right.
with the lethal body activated.
You
Okay,
guys
so-
hear a bunch of noise out in the hallway.
Yep. Open the door a little bit, hopefully in time to see her coming through and Brick working through the wall, and then just go, and a 1, and a 2, and throw the door up and go, Lucy, I'm home.
Oh my god.
gun forward and right in the back of the mage.
You're shooting the mage?
From the back of here. Leaky!
Yep. Three, standard 3, 1 to the head, 2 to the back. I can't reach the chest from there, so
Yeah, you
triple
can't.
tap.
So give me a Dex and Firearms from Duran and a Dex and Brawl or a Strength and Brawl from Jude.
Oh,
I think this
My
mage
Dex
is getting
is still roused,
go
right?
away really quick. Yeah, your Dex is in fact still roused.
Oh, so attempting to rouse my Dex, I got a messy critical.
It doesn't really mean a critical or whatever if you're rousing, but yeah, it's
Okay.
It's noted that your blood kind of doesn't want you to do that.
Damn it.
Duran,
So
what are you aiming for? Aim higher.
busy. Okay. I'll aim higher.
I'm spending another willpower.
Well, it's closer to the end of the session. Now would be the time to do it.
Okay. All right. I got 5 on a crit.
Yeah, I think this mage is going to go away pretty quick.
Yeah! Ah!
So I'll spend a willpower again. Okay, oh, there we go. That's better. So that's 3 successes.
That's a combined total of 8.
Wait. No, 2 of those 3 successes are crits. So that's 5 successes.
That's a grand total of holy fuck. This, so Jude basically tackles the mortal-ish thing that is rather squishy before he has a chance to, like, shock you with anything. He's just about to reach down in his last breath as you kind of crush in his ribcage, and Duran kind of, like, expertly pops him a few times in the back of the head, and then the particular mortal thing crumples to the ground. And there are tentacles coming out of the thing, which Brick is punching.
Ja?
I want to high five Duran.
Guys,
Just on the way
definitely
by, like,
On the way past.
Oh, yes.
So,
see tentacles, dice tentacles.
so Jaw and Duran went after one, and then there's one other only right there with them, right?
The only mortalish things that you could see was the one that was kind of throwing lightning bolts, which Jude and
How many
Duran took care of.
other
And
than the one they took care of?
Yeah, there's the other one that you can see, but it's kind of wrapped. A tentacle is wrapped around its legs up until like its midsection, and it's kind of like smacking him on the ground. But there are like bits of pieces of metal flying off of him.
Think ragdoll.
Yeah, it's kind of like Loki in the Avengers, where it's just like.
Oh, it's such a good scene.
Oof.
Yes.
Ouch.
This pagan loved it. In that case, since he looks to be beaten up of the sort,
Tangled up, if you will.
yes. So Murr will just get
like a-
close to him.
Really bad hentai in here.
Yeah. No, I play an anti-trivia number. So essentially, Margaret's essentially going to try to glean where the tentacles are not necessarily coming from, because she understands, the somber shadows, they don't necessarily come from them. But she's essentially going to, try to find, where in the room, if hidden at all, this somber maybe. So whatever role you dictate. I know Eyes of the Beast won't help, and that makes me sad.
These are actually like squid-like tentacles, so it's not actually like shadow tentacles.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna do what I started to roll for anyway. So
Make with the stabby stab.
yeah, and my fun little melee weapons that I created. So yeah, I roused for her strength, and that failed. So she's at hunger 3.
It's not even. You didn't get them right. They look. You need more bone put in there.
Look, I know this isn't a thing that I've done often. I kind of don't want to repeat myself. As I said, the Toreador, they just kind of fall into the thing of they do the same thing and they rely upon it. Am I going to rely upon the same things? Is that what a scientist gets, just repeating the same thing? I'm sorry. You repeat the same thing over and over. That's the definition of insanity. And yes, I may be insane, but at the same time, I am knowledgeable enough to where I can manipulate it and elevate and make it even better. I don't have to be a Bahari. I don't have to be a Sabah. I don't have to bow to the will of the tower. I am of myself, and you can just get the fuck up out of here.
And
Preach,
that all
queen.
happened in 6 seconds. That was a really fast conversation. So you're gonna make with the stabby stab?
She's Southern. She can talk real fucking fast.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's get that. 300. Uh-huh. And then the bra. Okay. Wow. Okay. I am spending the willpower. Ouch. Okay. All right. So that is 3 successes plus the other 2 soup from the Zamisi arm bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, so sorry, it was 7 successes?
Oh, I wish, honey. That's 3 with the willpower
3?
spent.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk up and you kind of push your arm into it, and it kind of cuts a little bit, like it kind of like a large squid tentacle, like it doesn't quite cut through all the way, but you're kind of pushing it in there.
Yeah, I imagine she gets in with the one and it doesn't go, so she just takes the other one and she just like,
I think you muted yourself.
Who, me?
oops.
Oh.
Yeah, so with how you describe it, I imagine she just goes toward that first one and she's shaking it, it doesn't work, so she just takes her other bite in to with her wrist, bash into the wrist to make it go deeper, and then just the end of the prongs just kind of hook around and get it where it will on the guy.
Okay. Brick comes up and he punches the one that is ragdolling the other particular gentleman robot thing, and he punches kind of straight through it. He got like 8 successes on it, so you just see him like pull back and like punch his fist through the tentacle, and he's kind of got it on his arm, and he's like, it's stuck.
Storyteller, does that Mark 5 or whatever still look like it's actually active, or has the tentacle basically torn the life out of it?
It looks like it could kind of be salvageable.
No, I'm not talking
Maybe.
salvageable. I'm talking like, can it attack us? Like, is it?
It doesn't look in any position to attack pretty much anybody right now.
Okay. I've burned a willpower. I've rolled 4 successes for twice in one night. Remote access. I would like to see if I can access and turn the damn thing off.
How many successes?
4.
You attempt to, like, you look at it and you kind of force your will into it, but
can't find the off switch.
Yeah, it's weird. You're reaching out with your mind to it, but it kind of like usually you would be able to see like kind of code, and you'd be able to like readjust things and move things around to turn things off or on. But in this case, it's code, maybe, but you can't quite figure it out. Like it's in some kind of maybe an arcane language that you can't quite figure out what the language is, and it's moving too fast for you to actually get in there to actually turn anything off.
Okay, and is that and I'm assuming that takes the entirety of my turn.
That would take your entire turn. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Ja.
Is there anything left to kill in here?
There's one other tentacle other than the one Margaret is dealing with, and there's like 3 tentacles that are basically coming out at this point.
Okay.
The one Margaret is kind of stuck into a little bit. The one Brick is got his arm through, and there's a third tentacle.
The third one that's coming out, Ja is going to destroy because I rolled already and it was amazing. I did spend a willpower, but I rolled for swinging that sword, and I got 9 successes.
Oh wow!
With a crit.
So, yeah, Ja would basically come in, do like a roll, come up, bring the sword down, and just separate it. It's kind of like an extremely sharp knife cutting through like kind of a sushi type thing where it's just like it just the complete clean cut straight through. The tentacle kind of flops a little bit and then it kind of like dissipates.
John's like, anyone want calamari?
Wow.
Not from the depths of hell.
I grew sick of that when I was still a child in China. No.
So is
A
the
worker said
is the-
try humor. It's not really my thing. Sorry.
I liked it though. No, it was good.
track.
Storyteller.
Yo,
So what's the deal with the portal? Is it still just like
it's still there.
suspended there?
Uh,
And now
I'm-
nothing
I'm-
is coming out of it.
for the people who are more occultly inclined, give me a wits and occult.
Will do.
And Kat, you're up to fight things.
I was gonna say, I think we're gonna help Brick with the thing
Get his
by,
arm unstuck.
and I'm gonna show off to the rest of the crowd who might be paying attention with some gunslinging skills.
Nice.
Human life. She served in the military. Something I never would have explored IRL. Yeah, so what she's gonna do is she wants to shoot the tentacle like where below his arm stuck
Okay.
through, just so he can slide it off. Just sever it.
So a dex and firearms.
So I have a fun
And- oop.
story. Go ahead and give that, Rose.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was gonna ask. I do have a specialization in handguns. Am I able to use that for pew pew?
Yes.
Cool. So that's 8. Ooh, and that is 6 successes.
Yeah, so Brick kind of lifts his arm up a little bit, and you can kind of see like a tentacle fleshy bit underneath his arm, and you take a couple of shots in there, and it kind of chunks of kind of fleshy bits fall off, and he's like able to kind of push the tentacle up and pull his arm out. So yeah, he's like, "Thank you."
And just no one's even gonna either. If no one's watching, she still just does it out of habit. She just twirls it. I got you, bud.
Anyone, the wits and occult rolls, how did those go?
5.
Abigail?
4.
Margaret.
Sorry, I was muted. Just one.
Margaret got a total of 3. Initially, it was going to be a 1 halfway to a crit, but one of her blood dice had the skull. But I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to crit fish. This is important. But I still got 3 total.
3 total. So Jude, you definitely you're kind of taking a look at the large portal. You would be the first to realize this, followed soon by Duran. There's the cube that is on the floor, but it's kind of like there's a little bit of kind of a sparkly bit coming out of it, and it's right at the base of the portal.
Duran, you see the cube doing that?
Yep. So, taking the handkerchief, I'm going to go up, drop the handkerchief on top of the cube, grab the sides, kind of spin them because you said it's about palm size.
About palm size.
Yep. So it'll fit in the handkerchief. Spin it, pick it up so that it's caught in the handkerchief and I'm not actually touching it. I have learned my fucking lesson.
We all have.
So
And
as
then I'm
you
gonna- Uh-oh.
as you touch the cube with the handkerchief, it's kind of fighting to stay there.
Damn good thing Silk's strong. It's coming with me.
But you notice on like the sides of the cubes, there's like 2 kind of raised circular areas.
So if I
And-
twist the cube so those raised circular areas aren't pointing in the direction that they were, does it become easier to move?
It does not.
And they're just raised circular areas.
Yeah,
They look like buttons,
kind of.
kind of. Okay, well, with the draping the handkerchief over the sides, I'm going to hate myself in the morning. I'm going to press in on the buttons.
With or without the handkerchief over top?
With the handkerchief over top.
It's a very important question, as we've learned earlier.
Yes, with the handkerchief, with the silk between my fingers and the cube.
So you kind of push it in.
Yes.
And it kind of like, it's vibrating a little bit. It kind of vibrates, and then the kind of portal starts to close a little bit. And a tentacle comes out, and it grabs Brick and yanks him in before such thing as the portal actually closes.
Brick!
Oh, the camo losses
Cat!
about a dodge.
Yeah.
That's how I count it.
Cat just falls to her knees and just stares. What's the portal actually look like, storyteller?
It's actually like just completely closing. Like it's kind of sparkling and kind of a little electrical blasts, but it's actually closing down. Like you wouldn't be able to fit anybody through there right about now.
Shit.
Cat, I'm sorry. Fuck.
No, it was his own goddamn fault. He broke the wall when he wasn't supposed to. He punched the thing without even anything, without any forethought. Such a fucking idiot. And then, like, she, like, turns around and punches a hole in the wall, and you hear, like, her voice catch. Like, she's just, like, and then it's like, no.
If it makes you feel
No.
any better, he won't last very long in there.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel better. I'm sorry.
I'm going to leave the cube with the handkerchief for the moment. I'm
Sorry.
hoping
Still working on the sensitivity thing.
Mr. Brick lays some major smackdown on whatever tentacles he finds in there.
He will, of course. Of course, he will beat that thing, and it will never ever come for us again.
He's Bruja, and he's gonna fucking go down doing what he does best. Kicking the shit out of shit.
He is.
Yeah.
He is going to hurt that thing. He is going to kill that thing, and he is going to make life better for
If-
everyone.
If
Unlike-
we could turn it back on, I'd say we go after him. But we're not mages. We don't do that turn it on thing again. So fuck.
All right, so is there anything else we need to do here, or should we just get the fuck out?
I say we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
To do some would say he
Speedy,
time to
yeah.
run the hollow, so no.
Yep. So spin the cube up, just like I normally like to do. Goes in the hat, and head for the elevator.
The extra layer of protection just in case
The
you
hat is the
accidentally touch it.
MVP of this game.
Yeah.
Sort of that playful light that's in Kat's eyes is kind of gone. She's just kind of like, every once in a while you just even hear her just kind of like, fuck.
So you make your way down the elevator once again.
And,
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah.
and by the way, Kat, now that you're around Margaret again, you see the arm weaponry that she did, and just like her neck, and at least like her jeans are gone and covered in cartilage. I don't know, maybe the storyteller wants you to maybe do a sort of role, but that's some weird ass Bruja shit for fucking sure.
Like,
Yeah, it's some weird Smissy shit.
Yeah, because the weapons that she has, they're made out of bone. And then like her legs and around her neck, at least you can see there's cartilage. That, you know, her leather jacket is bulked up more, and instead of the jeans that I described earlier, they're just covered in sort of like hardened, condensed flesh that's similar to like cartilage of the ear.
Gal just whispers over to Kat and just like, apparently not Sabat. I don't know how that works.
Kat kind of leans in a little bit to Jude, and the playfulness kind of comes back a little bit, just like, you know something? I'm more convinced that you're Bruja than she is.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, like, when you know, like,
yeah, I don't judge. She gets the job.
No,
done,
she's
smart
cool as hell.
No, she's Margaret. You're freaking on the level, and that's pretty badass, dope right there. And that is amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't exactly give away all my secrets, you know.
Of course.
That I've been gifted and that I've been honored to know, they're not exactly things that I can just go blabbing to everybody. But just know that I am an exception to the standard.
Absolutely.
And then I'll look at Kat and I'll be like, do you want a hug?
She kind of looks over, kind of like.
Jude is like 6 feet tall, like 250 pounds. She's like a large, so you'll be getting a pretty good ass hug.
Yeah. So like, maybe he's like even like a couple feet shorter. She just kind of looks over, just like side eyes, and just like, she just kind of slides right in.
Yeah, and Jude will definitely like take her,
Nobody
take
say
her
anything.
in, and just like yeah, also just not say anything, but sort of like just down on Kat.
And it's just, you feel that just like, this is what she needs right now. It's like, yeah.
And I'll just continue to embrace her as long as she wants to on the elevator ride down.
See, bros, just so you know, Margaret, her eyes, you probably just now kind of be realizing it, especially because of everything that's been going on, but her irises, which is where the color is in the eye, she has like gold glitter flecks, like pyrite or mica or something, but she somehow has glitter in the colored part of her eyes.
Still not sure she's Bruja. She just says that she's just like full of like Jude like shirt, just like still not sure about her.
And I'm just nodding sagely, just like.
Do I hear that? Like, do I have to roll to hear it?
Yeah, it's again, a small elevator. Yeah,
you notice she's you notice a bit more playful. It's just like.
It's kind of like where the pen is. She just goes, you know, I overlap with some of y'all. I have a respect. Sometimes because of the unlife that I was given, sometimes it's easier. Some see me as a Bruja in the beginning. Sometimes it's easier. Some see me as a adventurer. But I got respect for y'all. And I want you, especially ma'am, to know that I got no kind of feelings for those at the Ivory Tower. I enjoy tarnishing that. And of course, Ivory, and the nowadays, you know, don't get me started. Conservation and humanitarian and things of the like. There are so many minerals that you can use today and carve them to where they look like ivory, but you're not actually taken from the bone of an elephant or something that should remain on the planet as long as it should. Fuck the Ivory Tower. That's what I'm getting at.
And Jude will just like, woo!
Yeah.
Now shrugs.
All right, do we make it down without
after we get to the bottom-ish, we probably break at that point. Just like, yeah, okay.
How do we hide, Margaret?
How did we hide?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you're walking in front of the like security guards and you're still all, you know.
You are a walking masquerade violation right now.
I mean, like, her jacket, if I remember correctly, it's been a few episodes. Steve, you said that she can like roll to heal those things.
Yes.
Or like the rest. Okay. So since it was 2 conversions, I'll go ahead and roll those. She's a hunger 3. Let's see how this goes.
I'm so scared right now.
Let's first.
Please don't frenzy in an elevator.
No, no.
Let's first take care of the arm.
Frenzy Tamisi in an elevator? Nothing could go wrong.
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean,
Steve's just like
failure of like campaign in the Wraithlands, and it just happened to be her fucking clan one. So let's see what happens. So yes, first she is going to heal to get rid of the arm weapons.
Go on.
And that passes. Hunger 3. So I will
Okay.
we're
good.
Arms. And then to heal cartilage. Oh, I'm glad that was just heal because that was the skull. But she is now at hunger 4. I'm glad she does not have stigmata.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that would have
I
sucked.
was like, I hope you don't have that.
So Margaret's probably going to be going for a bite to eat after this. And everyone kind of makes it out to the Shagenwagen. And the Fiat.
Okay, so the cube goes in the trunk of the Fiat, so I can put my hat back on.
And
I go over to Stump and I'm just like, Stump, Brick didn't make it.
Oh man, you guys didn't come running out of there, so I didn't get to throw the car at it.
Nah, Cat, do you deal in boons? Or do you prefer cash?
I prefer cash. I mean, I'm Anarch. Boons? That's a Camarilla bullshit right there.
Depends. My family's not Cam. We deal in boons. It's favors. Call them what you will.
And with what I said before, madam, my kind hospitality, what one is owed, favors and such. I never love pissing off a Camarilla and tarnishing them and such, but I hold true to deals and the such that I make. You scratch our back, we scratch ours. You prove that you're not out to actively come against us, and we won't actively come against you. And until then, we can have a business of hold.
Let me put this in a way that y'all can understand. Duran, you keep my palms warm. You got yourself a backup.
We
I'm your girl.
Thank you,
we
Miss
owe you
Cat.
for brick.
Joe,
So-
you muted.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna take out one of my business cards and a wad of nice brown bills,
Jesus.
tuck them together, and just here's a little cash for stuff. My card. You need something from us? You give my shop a call. They know how to get in touch with me. So we owe you more than just a little cash. We owe you for brick.
So there's a little tradition in my group, my coterie, if you will. It's a little playful banter, as I call it. And Duran, I respect you, so I'm going to give you the big brunt of it. But can I ask you, and this is a very serious question,
Yeah.
but does it really piss you off when I cut the pasta and not twirl it on my fork?
Nah.
Shots
She
fired.
sticks-
No.
She sticks out her hand. She
Oh.
sticks her hand with a big fucking grin on her
Cat.
face.
Cat, is this like eating the pizza with a fork and knife thing?
You do not do that with pizza. Who are you?
My dad does that.
Oh, I don't do it.
Also, don't go to an Italian place and ask them for pineapple on a pizza. Don't ask them for chicken fettuccine alfredo. Just like meatballs on pasta, meatballs used to be eaten by themselves. I'm sorry, I may be from the South, but I'm a traveled, cultured woman. There are just some things in food you just gotta understand.
And there's just some foods that you just don't fuck with.
No. But
That being
twirl it,
said, though, my whole thing is,
twirl it, cut it. Just make sure it comes with a good red.
ooh, now we're talking. I can agree to that.
Yes, white wines with the fish, red wines with the meats, white wines with the poultry as well. You can do some rosés, of course. You
Why
know,
are we talking about food?
No, we can't really eat this, can we?
Damn, I miss
Yeah.
food,
I
y'all.
miss food.
And
Speaking of food, Margaret, you should probably go eat.
while the bickering of food continues on and Margaret is going to go and get a bite to eat, this is a good place to get off this particular episode.
Wow.
Margaret,
We did it!
with Margaret being
Sorry
an
to Brick.
explosionist, can I just add extra heat to it and just use her eyes of the beast for additional dice to feed? Because it acts as intimidation towards Kine.
Sure. That sounds right.
When in Rome,
Yeah.
terrify the shit out of everybody.
Kind of her whole MO.
I've really been out in public with this face, so it works.
So yeah, let's do a quick round table of everybody to let everybody know what you're going to be up to next, where we can find you, etc., etc. Let's start with our special guest, Rose.
Hey, Rose, once again, playing Kat, your sassy freaking anarch bruja. A little bit of a trash talker too, huh? That takes me back. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rose_Bulbasaur. And if you're into TikToks, I'm on TikTok as well at Rose Bulbasaur. And actually, you can catch me on Martlet Games. We have a big game coming up. I'm not going to spoil too much about that. Keep an eye on the Martlet page for that.
It's the Martlet Games plays Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness, isn't it?
Yes, only an
Wow,
S&M
you
character.
figured it out. You got
An
it.
S&M
I figured it out.
Wow, nailed it.
So we're going to skip over Duran because he has a special announcement that is going to be coming at the end of everything. So let's go with Jude.
Hi, my name's Sara. I played Jude the Tremere. You can find me on Twitter at MC Diabetes. I am the storyteller for London's Bleeding, a historical V5 campaign. This week you would have seen the Christmas episode, and it is a doozy, so I very much encourage you to catch the VOD or when it drops on YouTube on the Martlet Games channel. Gonna be in more games coming soon, more Vampire, D&D for my first time. That is getting all my looks together for that is very exciting. And yeah, just follow my Twitter for all of the stuff I'm doing, and yeah, love to just promote my friends' projects as well, so find that there as well. MC Diabetes, thanks again all.
And Margaret.
Hi, I am Astrid, Dean __ Astrid on Twitter. I'm trying to get more active on Instagram. It's been a long, trying time. Sales jobs, overtime. It's a thing. But I'm back on my grind time. If you go to my Etsy and you order a physical item, if you would like a handwritten letter from Margaret Strickland to yourself or a vampire that you play, especially if they are on screen, when you submit the order, just in the notes of the order, let me know what stream I can find them on, or just let me know a little bit about your vampire yourself, and I will get that letter written. That is free with physical orders. And then I know that I got some friends from my Discord play-by-post watching this. So those characters that you've met from there, feel free to be like, yeah, that character that I met, this character that I played that they know, I want a letter between those two. Just let me know. We'll work it out. I will say that a few times the Tucson game that I was like, oh yeah, I want to like do it and I want to get better at vampire storytelling. I have a avenue to where I do get to, expand upon my ability to storytell. So this probably late winter or very early spring, I will be having a Tucson game coming to you guys very shortly. I got a lot of ideas. I'm still finalizing players and exactly directions I want to take, things like that. As of right now, I'm just in this. I love D&D. I especially love 3.5. If anyone wants to do some funky shit with 3.5, please get with me. I will exploit things and make them complicated, but to the point to where it makes sense for the character. I'm not actually, fucking things up and being like, I'm God. It makes sense. It makes sense. I make complicated characters, complicated mechanics. It makes sense. But yes, I pass it on to everybody else now.
3.5 is complicated. It's true.
Yep.
Ja?
always forget the mute thing. Hello, I am Mir Prince Hamza, aka Dimples and Dice around the internet. You can find me at twitch.tv/Dimples and Dice, as well as Twitter, Dimples and Dice, and on my sister station, Rolling These 20s, where we play Vampire the Masquerade, Cyberpunk Red on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We are currently on a bit of a hiatus from Vampire, but on the night you'll see this, we will be playing Big Motherfucking Crab Truckers. And it's going to be Crab Apocalypse, which is zombie crabs. And our crew is going to be hauling themselves and cargo through the crab zombie apocalypse. It's going to be great. But we'll just be gone for 2 weeks for VTM, and then we'll be back with season 3 of Philly by Night. You can also catch me on Delve into Darkness and other things. Keep an eye on my Twitter. There'll be more stuff coming.
So, okay, so for Philly by Night, absolutely nothing is going wrong from what I've heard. It's just they make perfectly awesome life decisions that nobody's negatively affected at all. Everything is just silky smooth.
They turned down the chances to be Primogents in the Camarilla to someone who is fighting for his crown to be prince again. They turned it down. Nothing will go wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't see any negative repercussions whatsoever. They'll be like, yeah, it's fine.
Not at all.
You turn me down, okay, fine, go about your business.
And the grandsire of one of our Coterie members is Sabat, and yeah, he just showed up.
Yeah, hopefully that source book comes out soon. Just in time, actually. Pretty close.
I'll be winging it, regardless. Yeah. I'll wing it.
And Abigail.
Hello, I am Joanna. I was playing Abigail. You will find me on Twitter at Hyrule Gardner. You will also find me on our Patreon page on YouTube. I just finished up a little segment with Cassius because Cassius was pretty angry with Abigail. Let's not kid ourselves. On our Patreon, you will also find the super secret venture conference call, video call meeting. You will also find wonderful, wonderful additions from Duran Giovanni and his family. And hopefully more from all of us soon. So yeah, go if you can, if you are able to, or spread the word about our Patreon. And other than that, yes, you will find me here next week.
The Patreon that's right over there. And I am Storyteller Steve, but first we're going to go to Durand. Psych!
Evening! I'm Cliff. I was your friendly neighborhood tailor with a gun tonight. Really, I'm getting known for shooting shit. Yeah! I have all these amazing powers of spirits and things, and bam! Pew, pew, pew. Okay, we survived another week, so you will find us back here next week. Yes, where we will, if I remember right, the cycle, we just pissed off the mages, so we'll be back to pissing off the guru again, unless Steve throws in something more fun. We might even, piss off some kindred. Who knows? You can find
Next time we'll have pissed off Faye. Who knows?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, Steve, la. You can find me all over the net as the Vintage Self, where I do a whole lot of vintage clothing-oriented stuff. But the big announcement Steve was alluding to is that Steve has made me an offer that I can't refuse. And after well over a decade, I'm going to be putting on a very special hat, my storytelling hat, dusting off some old books, and I will be running Toronto by Daylight, Tales from the Rookery, a Changeling the Dreaming campaign, which I've already planned 15 seasons for. So we're going to have to hope for renewals. The budget's pretty good. I got $1.80 per episode for budget. So, I mean, that's excellent. That's top. That's going to give me $2 per episode. I have a slightly, being somebody who is into Changeling right from the get-go, I have a slightly different take than a lot of the other Changeling storytellers who I've been watching and loving the stuff they do. And I'm looking forward to adding to that world and bringing it to Vancouver by Night's channel. That'll be starting in about a month. Steve? About a month?
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take. So,
oh man, but that name though, oh, so good.
Tales from the Rookie, you're going to find all sorts of weird connections from the get-go. And we still have a couple of seats open if we've got 4 out of 6 potential seats filled. So if anyone is watching
shit,
and going,
sound.
What? You lost sound.
Hold on.
Your computer just went, that Cliff guy is still talking. Shut up.
If you hold on a second, he'll clip it.
Give me 1 sec.
1001.
Is there?
That's so Raven with Raven Simone. Oh my god!
What? Raven went a little psycho. Like, good on her for being like an out and proud lesbian, but she went a little in the deep end.
She said some problematic things.
Her
in
and
the
Oprah
past.
were at it for a little bit a while ago, but she's been like just under the radar. But I hope she's doing okay.
Who knows?
Just double check
The
some
curse
stuff
of the
here.
child star. The curse of the child star.
It is
Yep.
a bitch.
Yep.
Glad I never was one. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to be one.
Yeah, very, very hard same.
Okay, Cliff, we'll probably have
Yes.
to do your outro one more time.
Like from the start?
Probably. I think it was kind of chewing up my audio before that because it was kind of doing like a hit thing. I was hoping that it wouldn't have done that, but fuck it.
Take 2.
Take 2.
And take 2 for Cliff.
Thanks for joining us, me and all these amazing people again tonight for another episode. My name's Cliff. I was playing your friendly Duran Giovanni, simple little neighborhood tailor who's getting known for doing things with his pistol, even though he's a vampire with vampiric powers and great, strange things he can do. You know, a gun is just a wonderful thing. You can find me around the internet under The Vintage Self on Instagram and in Discord and on YouTube and on a few other places. YouTube, it's all old videos, but things will be happening. And for the big reveal, Steve, storyteller Steve, made me an offer that I can't refuse. And I'll be putting on a hat that I have not worn in well over 10 years and putting on my storyteller outfit again. Wait till you see it. It's like all these colors and it's
very sparkly.
Perfect, sparkly. It's everything. I will be running a Changeling the Dreaming campaign called Toronto by Daylight, Tales from the Rookery. There are still a couple of seats left. I've got 4 out of 4 players who are considering it right now, and there's room for up to 6. And it is going to be a very strange and interesting campaign because that's what Changing the Dreaming is all about. And when people think it's all the fluffy fun that doesn't, it's over to the side of the world of darkness. Oh, no. Dear, oh, sweet child, no. Changing the Dreaming is a beautiful romp through passion, fun, enjoyment, and horrific stories that are just
Yeah, y'all thought Wraith was bad. Whew.
So yeah, if you're kind of twigged by that, then either poke me or poke Steve because he's coordinating the seats and stuff. and that'll be starting in about a month. I still have to do a little bit of Toronto world building for that. And I won't say this where it can be heard. I'll say it after you told me that we're done recording. But I actually believe I have permission, and he might guest star, to bring a very well-known Toronto person's name and face into the game already.
Is it Mel Lastman?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Not this time. His people are getting back to me. But anyways, thanks again, and tune in next week to see who we piss off next.
And
vampires, maybe.
Maybe. It's on the list. Maybe changelings, who knows? And this guy is Storyteller Steve. So we've got D&D Tuesdays. We've got the Vampire Saturday Takeover, which will be apparently raiding into zombie crab trucker things. I don't know what's going on in that
Or
game.
Renegade Con.
It sounds awesome. Or Renegade Con. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that we've got planned, like the Changeling game, like a bunch of other stuff. There will be some ASMR stuff with Lex reading her book, her book. Yeah, she's going to be reading that for a little bit of segment, and starting off with a well-known book called Dracula, which nobody's really ever heard of before. I don't know why we would start with that one, because it's in the public
it's not
domain.
like the plan has been completely, revolved around him and everything. It's fine. It's fine. I mean,
It's fine.
Not at all some form or other of erotic fiction back in the 1700s. No, not that at all.
I could grab.
Dracula may or may not be in my Philly by night game.
Maybe.
I'm just about to say, you need to talk to Philly right now.
Yeah, so tune in. We're going to be raiding over to the Level Up Dice game in just a few seconds, as soon as we're done here. And have a good night, everybody. We will see you here next week. Level Up Dice in just a few minutes. Bye. Give me 1 sec to flip over to the thank you for watching screen, and bye, everybody.